Hey guys, welcome to the Livewell, brought to you by Digital Sportsman, where we get together with our community and talk fishing. The show's fixing to start, we're getting everything ready. But in the meantime, we want to tell you about our fine partners that not only make this show possible, but are companies that we absolutely love and stand behind. Groove Fishing, changing the norm of tackle storage. Sonar Pros, specializing in high-end installations across all electronic brands. Go where the pros go. Lip Sticker Fishing, specializing in putting clients on giant Lake Lanier bass. Bill Payne's Guide Service, fish with a legend on Lake Allatoona, seasonal smallmouth trips, or even get your sonar dialed in. Brooks Anderson Fishing, guide trips and educating today's anglers on Lake Lanier. Big League Charters, fish with a pro on Tellico, Fort Loudon, Watts Bar, and Chickamauga. Money Saver Lure Retriever, designed to break your lure free from almost any snag. Fishers of Hope, benefit fishing tournaments to help people in need. Serve IT, industry-leading IT services for your business. Change the way you manage IT. Turner Tire, Jasper, Georgia's most trusted family-owned tire center. Atlanta Safe House, the trusted source for safes and gun safes in Tennessee, Georgia, Kentucky, and Alabama. And of course, Digital Sportsman, a new way to discover and book unforgettable outdoor experiences with local trusted guides. Go to fngo.com to get direct links to all our fine partners. Get ready and let's talk fishing. No. Let's get this started. He's got Mr. Brad Fuller, one of my guests, got the MPFL prez on the thing. Let's
go ahead, Brad.
Let's see what we can talk about.
You're on the phone. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah.
Hey guys, welcome to the live here tonight here at Fish North Georgia this Thursday night. Hope you guys are doing great. Good. Yeah, that was a little bit of a funnier start because I guess Mr. Fuller thinks he can just call whenever, right? You know, so we want to make sure that the MPFL guys know that they're loved. So there we go. Just tell them, tell them Danny Pruitt loves him.
Yeah, it's live right now.
Hey. So tell them Danny Pruitt loves him.
Danny said behave.
Brad said behave yourself. Yeah, I know. I bet he did. Tell him to behave. Anyway, guys, hey, glad you guys could join us tonight. Having a little bit of fun here. Got a great show for you tonight. All right, got Matt O'Connell. A lot of you guys he's been on before, you know about him. We still can say with Cast Fishing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, with Cast Fishing. And then a special guest right here, Shaun Mulhall, who is the MPFL tournament director. Is that right?
That is correct.
So we're going to have a little bit of fun with these guys. Got Tony back at running the board. Father Time is back there. He is back there. He's in timeout. He's been grumpy today. He's been grumpy as all get-go today. So anyway, guys, I want you to bring your questions and comments tonight for the guys. We'll talk about bass tournaments. We'll talk about what the bite is right now. Whatever you guys want to talk about 8:30, we're going to have some guys from the No Wake Nation, the new bass trail, chime in. Kind of real quick, tell us about what they're doing and give you guys some information on how you want to get started with that. But other than that, guys, we're just going to talk fishing. And just, every time Matt comes on, we have a good time. He's very knowledgeable. It won't be long before I'm sure Mr. Hanks will be in the audience there. And we're just going to have a lot of fun. So just hello to all you guys out there in the comments. Justin Nichols, enjoyed you stopping by today. Absolutely. It's always nice to meet somebody that watches us when they come in the shop, be able to put a face with a name. And that's what makes it really cool about here. You guys on TikTok, I know it ain't the best camera angle and all that, but we actually got a guy right here. Join us in the comment section. And once we get going and get rolling, we'll definitely we'll keep them both going for sure. So let's go ahead and get started, Matt, since I asked you to come on like that. So how you been? What you been up to, dude?
Been good. Just living the new dad life. So
I was getting ready to go there.
Yeah. Got a 5-month-old. So fishing world has changed for me slightly, but still enjoying it. Got out and fished today, but loving the dad life also.
It is different, ain't it?
Definitely.
Now, you got son or daughter?
Son.
Mm-hmm. You going to have any more?
We might have one more.
Okay. You need to have one more.
I think 2. It seems like a good number.
Well, we go for 3.
Yeah.
Go for 3. You got to have an odd number. If you're going to have more than one. You got any kids?
I got one.
You got one?
You might know him, too.
Who?
Emerson Mulhall. He worked at Hammond's for a long, long
I
time.
do know him.
You know Emerson?
Yeah, I know of him. I know of him.
Yeah.
I didn't take him out to no bars or nothing like that.
He's 21.
I know, that's what I'm saying. So, but I generally, I corrupt people.
He takes me to bars. He just drives.
Is that what he does?
He takes me.
I got you. Let's see. Hello, everyone out there. Missed the lunch break today. It was nice, so I had to get on the water. Perfect. And it's not called babysitting when it's your kid. Hey, listen, it ain't. Somebody must have said that in the comment section right there. But no, it is pretty cool. I do know you had a brand new kid, and it does change life and everything. But the important thing is, how's the missus?
She's doing great.
She's doing great.
Yeah.
She did all the work. You didn't do nothing.
Yeah, she took her 8 weeks, enjoyed time with him, and then she's back working. I'm working from home mostly, so I get to actually for the last 2 months I've had him Mondays and Fridays.
Okay.
With help from my aunt or my mom if I need it while I'm working from home. But it's been fun having that little adventure because that was totally different than the first couple months where he was around, but it wasn't like it was all on me. And then all of a sudden day it's
That's
all
right.
on
So
me.
now you got to change the diapers.
Yeah.
Has he pissed in your face yet?
Not in my face.
It's coming.
He's projectile vomited on me. I have it on video, him projectile vomiting on me. That was
saw that one.
You saw that?
Yeah.
So my oldest one night, I held her up like this. She was crying, and it was at night. I said, "What's wrong, baby?" And I mean, she puked like all in my mouth.
Yeah.
That was awful. Yeah. Cletus was on here, Big Daddy O, and all that. So, Clint, bless his heart, I love Clint. So let's talk a little bit. Since last time you've been on, what? It's been a while.
I think I've been about once a year for the last 2 or 3 2 years. Yeah, so this is the third time I think I've been on.
Yeah, it's been a while. So what all has changed as far as like the tournaments you've been fishing and everything since the last time?
I basically ended up fishing the same things I fished last year, this year.
Yeah.
I did one open. I did the Clarks Hill Open, did okay. Got in the 30s. A little disappointing for being at Clarks Hill, but
right.
And then I had already planned to do the Central Toyotas, and essentially going into the second open, I realized with the kid coming, I mean, I'd have been up in the Northeast for the last 3 weeks. It wasn't really a realistic possibility for me this year if I wanted to keep the status quo at home as it is. So I've enjoyed the time with him. But basically, I mean, I've been fishing the BFLs. Last year I won the Berries Team Trail Championship with my buddy Lockjaw. And this year we were third going into the second day, and I had about a month straight there where I was on the right deal for every tournament I was in and just not making it happen. We ended up, whatever we did, 4th or 5th, something like that. But all the tournaments that I second last year, I kind of still got top 10s. It's just been a little bit slower of a year for me, I guess I would say, in terms of performance. But
well, that's okay though.
Yeah.
You're still fishing.
Yeah. I mean, heck, in June, I did 3 BFLs in June. I got 3 top 10s. I mean, you can't complain, but.
Stephen Broom 101 on TikTok goes, Matt, what do you think about the BFL going half day without live scope?
Not a fan. I don't like little parameters like that built into a day that make you have to think more than you should have to.
How do you police that?
Exactly.
I don't know.
Co-angler and boater, that's all it's going to come down to. And essentially they're trying to appease co-anglers by saying, hey, the second half of your day, you get to be, equal playing field type situation. But I mean, for a BFL situation, nobody has the time to go put in practice for both situations. Versus multi-day tournaments, you're out there, you have 4 days of practice, 2 days with, 2 days without.
Right.
A BFL, a lot of guys are showing up, putting in a day or two at most, and maybe it's stretched out over 2 weeks. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of that.
When does that go into effect?
I haven't heard that as officially. I haven't heard that officially. It just is a possibility.
Yeah. Well, I know Slick was on with Duckett last night, and so I'm sure they covered it, but I didn't.
They might have mentioned it last night. I might have missed that.
They might have. I caught bits and pieces of it. I was going in. Slick puts me to sleep. I'm just kidding. Slick, eventually he'll hear me say this. I like Slick. But I have heard, what's up, traveling fisherman? That fella right there is in Alaska. Living
true to his name.
He is. And cranking and yanking, that fella right there, Mississippi or is it Louisiana? Which one's he from? He's Louisiana. It's Thad Moody that's from Mississippi. Yep.
Gonna have to start calling this show Fish North Georgia Worldwide.
Hey, we're getting there. We actually are getting to the point where I'd say at least a third of the people every night that are at least in the comment sections are from out of state. There's a bunch. So yeah, we're doing something right. But now cranking and yanking right there, he's old grumpy fella, don't like forward facing sonar. So anytime we talk forward facing sonar, he's gonna give us these frowny eyeballs.
He's got the MPFL representative.
I do listen. That's right. So cranking and yanking just popped. This man right here, Shaun,
here for you, cranking and yanking.
He is the tournament director for the MPFL. So let's go ahead. So I want to keep cranking and yanking in a good mood. What do you think about this year without it? As far as as far as you being there and watching how everything's going and seeing the way the anglers are reacting and all that.
It's been wonderful, and I'll tell you this: when we sat down last year,
he says, "My hero,"
and when everybody talked about it, and ownership, everyone, including me and anglers and everyone, a lot of back and forth.
Yeah.
And we hit some lakes right this year. It seems it's been awesome. Everybody's happy. The anglers happy. Good weights this year. Fun to watch. I think it was wonderful. So
yeah, I have to be honest. Now, so Gary Heath,
there's a place for all of it. That's
there
what,
is.
I mean, truthfully.
Yeah, there is.
I think there is.
100%. So see,
yeah.
Gary Heath, Bristol, Virginia, today out there. So I hope they ban it in the BFL's period. And I'm a boater. There you go. All right, well, there you go, Gary. I have to be honest, be full disclosure. Me and Mr. Fuller had to have a phone conversation because when they did ban it that one time, I got really pissed off because some of my buddies, and I said some stuff online, and then I talked to Big Al, and I talked to Paul Benson came here, and then I made the phone call.
Paul didn't hear you, though.
Well, listen, you know what I do to Paul? You got to get on Paul's bad ear and just go, and he thinks you're saying something, and you ain't saying nothing. But seriously, and then I talked to Brad and all that, and then after giving it some thought and all that, and watching, it's the right decision. It was 100%.
It was the right decision for us. Okay, I'll say
it is.
And it moved our business in the right direction where we wanted to move it.
Oh yeah.
And of course we didn't know which way it was going to go.
Yeah.
You never do. You make a business decision, you gotta live with it, and we did, and it's been wonderful, and I'm happy with it.
Yeah. No.
And I was back. I mean, look, I fished in the back of his boat many a times, and watched one of the best that I've ever seen do it with a live scope as a co-angler behind him. And
let me ask you this real quick: were you for it or against it?
I was back and forth. Okay,
you can't say back and forth.
No, I was.
No,
No, I can say it. I mean, it's the truth. I thought we'd have the same amount of anglers either way we went.
Yeah.
This year, but production wise and everything else wise, it was 100% the right move to make.
It was
for our business.
Yeah.
I did. I fished without it forever. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm a non-live scope. Rather do it without it.
Yeah.
But yet I fished at the back of that guy's boat many times in team tournaments and watched, like I said, one of the best I've ever seen do it.
He can do it
with it. And, but I'm happy fishing behind him without it. I'm a co-angler. Look, if all the BFL stuff, I'd go fish. I fished one co-angler this year as a BFL, the only tournament I fished this year. And, as a co-angler on Hartwell, and happy to fish behind somebody that wants to scope, because I think I can go out there and catch now it's 3. I wish it was still 5.
Right.
But I can go out there and catch them behind somebody scoping.
I got it. But I do think that's the one thing with the BFL that was always the toughest with a co-angler. Steve wants to know, when will the MPFL go to a qualifying trail instead of taking applications?
Working on it.
Working on it there. There's your answer right there.
On it.
Working on it.
We're growing the business,
I know, I agree.
Yeah.
It's my favorite trail because I know more of the guys in it than I do all the other ones. And I've
a lot. I mean, like some of those anglers you're talking about. I mean, we've got some great ones here in North Georgia.
You do.
Fantastic ones.
You do. Have you ever thought about it, Matt?
Oh yeah.
You thinking about it?
I actually talked to them the first year it existed.
Yeah.
And just wasn't quite there yet. And then next couple of years, just kind of I will say it's a tough sell for just, your average fellow, because you're putting a lot of money down just right out the gate and then going for it.
I get it.
I wish I kind of had. I mean,
if you had the funding, if you had the right sponsorship and all that, would you do it?
I'd do it tomorrow.
I know.
Yeah. I mean, if
I would, but they ain't asking me.
That's the key part, right?
I'm just trying to see if I can get an announcement from Matt O'Connell on what he's going to do here in the future. I'm trying to put you in a corner.
Yeah.
I think it'd be cool though, but it was always really cool because it was a lot of working guys there and everything. And I am glad that I was able to mend some fences, with Brad and him, because I saw him down at ICAST and I was able to shake his hand, and instead of him punching me in the face, he gave me a little hug and all that. So no, I really do like it. I really do like it. And I like Paul. Only thing wrong with the MPFL, this is the only thing wrong with when Paul does weigh-ins, he's never smiling. And I always would text Alan and say, make him smile.
He's not on stage anymore, though.
I know it. I ain't seen him last few, though. What's he doing? How'd that come about?
We're just changing some positions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good, because he's a frowner.
He's a frowner.
He is. He's a frowner. He always look mad up there. And
Paul always looks mad anyway.
He does look mad. Now he's going to be
He's
mad.
been on your show, right?
He has. He's
Yeah.
going to be here in the shop in the morning about 9 o'clock. So I got him early in the morning. He's probably going to be mad at me now, but it's okay. I love Paul. But
Hey, Paul, the art thing over here is looking kind of weak. You need to sell him some stuff.
Yeah, don't tell him that. That's what the only reason he's coming here is because he wants money. You said earlier, and if you guys got any more questions, MPFL questions, bring them on. Now but you mentioned there is a BFL on Lanier coming up.
Yep,
and
couple weeks.
And you're going to fish it.
Yep.
So just out of curiosity, going into that, what's your game plan? What do you think the fish are going to be at that time? Because I'm telling you right now, it's a little bit different than what it has been for a lot of guys.
That time of year is kind of random. Depends on how the weather's been leading up to it. You get a cold front like this. Heck, there was 77-degree water out there on the main lake today.
I know.
I mean, it's crazy. It's totally different than it was 2 weeks ago already.
Last Monday night, me and Farmer put in at Thompson Creek. It was 89 degrees, almost 90 degrees.
Yeah.
And everybody there on the lunch break was talking about 78, 79-degree water. That's a big drop.
I had probably 25 blow-ups on an OG today. 2 weeks ago, I was fishing 40-foot humps. I mean,
they were on top. You were getting some blow-ups on top?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
A lot of them.
Somebody's going to ask about that OG too. I know it's going to happen. Fred Ashcraft wants to know, what does it take to qualify for the MPFL?
It's not a qualifying. You currently, as the other gentleman asked, we go through an application process, and there was a good write-up on this today, and people ask, what kind of angler is the MPFL looking for? We're not looking for an angler. We're looking for a person.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're looking for and you got to fit the mold, and that mold, as the business changes, it changes a little bit too. But Brad wrote a wonderful article that was released today on tnpfl.com that you could read that asked, but it's an application process still, and it still will be for next year.
Yeah,
because we don't have a qualifying trail,
right?
And that's where it's going. So we want the pros. We want the weekend anglers, the ones that the working man that can spread his schedule, because we fish a full year.
Right.
And unlike other trails that are really condensed a little bit, we ours go all year, from early in February to our last tournaments, first week October. So
right. I will say this, I do know y'all vet, like when somebody puts in an application, they go through kind of a vetting process too. So they're not just taking anyone. I believe if scoping continues, this is Stephen Joe, buddy, I hope I say this right, Vanerney. I believe if scoping continues in BFLs, co-anglers should not be limited to the back. That's it. Now I can get that a little bit, but it'd be kind of interesting with the boaters, and there's got to be some relationships there. You got to be able to get along with the person to do that.
Yeah, personal space is a thing in a random draw tournament.
Yes, it is. Let's see. There was a question for you. What's your cast OG setup?
I either do it on straight 20 fluoro on like a 7.6 medium heavy with a 8-speed reel, or I'll do braid to fluoro. I'll do 50-pound cast braid to not fluoro, actually to mono. Mm-hmm. I like getting that little bit of stretch because basically the braid setup's for really long casts. And I mean like a 2-foot mono leader, just to get that little bit of stretch, keep the braid from catching on the bait, things like that. Sometimes I run a swivel, sometimes I don't. I don't think the swivel on the front of the bait makes a huge difference, but either way, I like about a 7.6 medium heavy, the fastest speed reel you've got, and 20-pound fluoro versus 50-pound braid. It's kind of a preference, I'd say.
Yeah. Okay. What's up, Ditch Pickle Daddy? Appreciate you joining us on TikTok. Back to an MPFL question. What are the boat motor regulations on the MPFL?
250 on maximum horsepower, and then 150 18-foot prop driven.
Okay.
So
simple enough.
I mean, you could run a tunnel if you wanted to, but it's got to be prop driven, 150 18-foot long.
There you go. Simple enough. Cranking and yanking. See, this is his grumpy old butt from down yonder. I tried to get in. My beard was under par. They would not let me in. I've never seen a picture of you, dude. You have to. I'm not even sure we want to see a picture of him now, do we? Tony, what about you?
I ain't seen him.
You ain't never seen him? I just know about where he's at. Let's see. I like the format. This is Cody Campbell. I like the format of fishing a full year is so much more than the spring heavy schedules. Those get very repetitive. I agree with that.
Yeah, and one thing we've had happen in this down here, at least for BFLs, is used to be February through May.
Mm-hmm.
You take a break, September, we come back. Now we're fishing BFLs in Georgia in June and August, and that doesn't really work out well because, one, you're going to go down to a 3-fish limit most likely because of water temp.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of 3-fish limit tournaments just because they just become big fish kind of.
I was getting ready to ask you that because one guy can look up, catch a big fish in a 3-fisher.
Yeah. I mean, essentially you catch 5 3.5 pounders in the summer, you've got 17.5 pounds. That's a great limit.
Okay.
In a 3-fish limit, you've got 10.5 pounds, and you lose to a guy who caught a 6 with 2.5s. Right. That's where I think, in a way, 4 or 5, almost 4 pounders is more impressive than 1 6 and 2.5 pounders.
Yeah, I agree.
So that's just kind of how I look at it.
I absolutely agree with you. Baja Iron Rider. It's all about how much the boater wants to help their co-angler. Back to that. Yeah, and I agree. That is one thing because we've heard some great stories about co-anglers getting a great boater, and we've heard just as many where it was just awful. So, I mean, that would be a tough one. Let's see. Jeremiah says, tell Ryan and Mick we want more 40 OG herrings.
We can talk. They get them over there in Australia. They just don't send them over this way. So, I mean, I can
Jeremiah,
see what kind of pull we can get.
Look, he's our strange friend. He's like that. Andy Anderson. Matt, are you fishing the MLF Super on Lanier in a few weeks? Do you recall if last year they made it a 3-fish limit? And that's Brooks' dad.
Yeah, so last year they did not, but last year we were at Oconee. They did a little curveball for last year. Normally it's always Lanier. Last year we went to Oconee in September. I don't think in the past it's ever been 3 fish though, if I remember correctly. Yeah, if I remember correctly, it's never been 3 fish at Lanier. But it depends on the weather the next 2 weeks now. The water temps wouldn't justify it right now. I don't think it till low to mid 80s is when it generally justifies it. We're back at high 70s, around 80. We get a few 90-degree days. We're probably doing 3-fish limit.
Yeah, it makes sense. Did you know Crankin' and Yankin has a channel on YouTube?
I did.
Okay, well, I didn't know that. So first of all, I got to go subscribe to it. And then I guess we'll see his ugly mug in it.
I don't know. I just know it was there. I don't know if I'm subscribed to it or not. I have to go check.
Well, I'll subscribe personally and from FMGO there because you are a very loyal, albeit grumpy guy from down in Louisiana. Well, I do appreciate you, dude. You know that. Let's see. Pull up Jeremy's comment. That's not good on the fish either. Need a couple of true winter tournaments and all that. And I'll tell you what, listen, I think the bags and the fishing is so much better in the wintertime than in the summer anyway.
I think everybody would rather have early February, late February versus May and June back to back.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Matt from Jeremy Tyson. What's the Oconee juice in the dog days of summer? Give it up, dude.
I like fishing offshore there. The problem is certain times offshore there, you can catch 400 1-pounders
or stripers
and never even have an opportunity at one that matters in a tournament. I really think the winning pattern there in dog days of summer is something you got to be skipping under docks. If you're able to find the right setup. The problem is that whole lake is covered in docks. So you got to know where to go. And I mean, there it can be hit or miss. It can be good up in the river. It can be good down the lake. It's that place is one of the most random places that exists in terms of the world of fishing. There is no rhyme or reason. I mean, I've pulled up on one dock and caught 10 3 to 4 pounders in a row on the same bait, same cast over and over again. And I've fished there all day. I've fished that dock 10 times since, and I think I might have caught a couple little fish.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, it's just that place can just be that way. I mean, Sean's seen it fishing with me offshore there. It's some days you can run around and feel like you've got opportunities to have over 20, and some days you can run around and feel like you never had an opportunity to have 10 pounds.
I got you. Tony, do you see the conspiracy theory going on?
I do. I say that.
In the comment section that Crankin' and Yankin is really Randy Blockett in disguise watching the FNGO podcast, which still makes me mad that we didn't make his top 5 podcast.
Yeah.
We didn't make it. Hey, speaking of Oconee, did you see that? We were talking the other day. I don't remember if it was lunch break or whatever. Where not Bassmaster, some website, Fishcaster ranked the Georgia lakes. Did you hear us talking about that?
No.
Just both of you. I'm gonna let you guess the first time. Fitzgerald Media. How's everyone doing? How are you doing, buddy? We're doing fine. Number one lake in Georgia, in your opinion?
Lanier.
Okay. Number two.
Seminole.
Number three.
Eufaula.
Okay.
Clarks Hill. One of those two.
Yeah, I'd go both of those because they're border lakes. Yep.
I appreciate it.
So
Great.
that's
So
number 3 and
appreciate
4.
that, Stephen. All right. So listen. The number one lake, according to this
Oconee's
place.
not even.
No, listen. I'm gonna blow your mind. Hartwell was number one.
Well, yeah.
Okay, that's up there too.
Lanier was number 5.
Okay.
Guess what number
Good.
2? Guess what number 2? Guess what number 2 was?
Oconee.
Oconee. Remember,
That just made me
Oconee
burp.
was ranked 2.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah,
I mean, Oconee's it's on a bad downtrend right now.
it
it's
is. It
not
used to be a lot
fishing.
better 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a better lake 10 years
Yeah.
ago.
Listen, you could tell these people. I'll get to that comment in a second, Steve. But I mean, like, you could tell these people have not fished in Georgia. Somebody's just sitting in a desk and they get an assignment. Hey, rank the lakes in Georgia.
West Point was above Eufaula.
Yeah, West Point was above Eufaula. I mean, it was just which one? There was like
Sounds like it was a strike
It had-
question.
they had Notley on it. I mean, Notley ranked above.
I feel like this question was posed by the Georgia Wildlife Resources Division.
Is that what it
I
was?
think this is their order. I think so.
I would agree
You
with that.
think so? Okay.
Healthiest striper fishing.
Yep.
Chattanooga's the best, Steve Burns. Well, Chattanooga's great, but that's nothing better than Lanier out in Georgia. I'm sorry, and we're partial to it. Love to see the MPFL qualifier with a $400 entry, no co's. So like your minor league and all that.
I think eventually, in the whole plan, you'll see some lower level trails. You'll see, a growth strategy from that aspect and everything. Yeah. Where we get away from that and it's a qualifier and all that. So.
Do you think Fuller sits in like he's got a special room and he puts like this big hat on and he's just sitting there and he's like figuring out how he's going to take over the world?
No.
Oh, come on now. Be
I know
honest
for
with
a
you.
fact that is not Brad Fuller's MO.
No, it's not. It's not. Fishing with Fitz. Hey, now, what's up, buddy?
You know what he's worried about? He's worried about golf and killing coyotes.
Now, dude, I could get into killing some coyotes like that.
Yeah.
Let's see what up there. On Oconee, how far up the river are you referring to? Doc Holliday wants to say.
I think I've only been above I-20 probably 10 times in my life.
What?
I mean, it's never been my approach. You can do real well
I
up
care
there.
for my equipment too much to run up there. And
Pretty much. I know guys who live there, run it all the time, and they still hit stuff all the time
I
running up
fished with
there.
Carl one time up there, Matt, as a co-angler in the BFL. Just signed up, one of those.
Mhm.
They're like, "Why are you signed up as a co?" I'm like, "Yeah, I just can't practice and just want to come fish."
Oh, God, we're late. Oh, we're close. Okay,
Are we?
I thought we were late. I see them all
Got
popped
you.
up.
We're on time.
All right, so Fishing with Fitz. I'll get to your thing here in just a little bit. So real quick, we're going to pull up,
I gotta get everybody pulled in.
get everybody pulled in.
Better go full forward.
All right, so I assume there's Bob and there's Jason, and I see Brett's ugly mug. I know Brett right there. So yeah, like that. So anyway, guys, real quick, we brought these guys on. This is No Wake Nation. It's a new tournament trail that's starting up, and I'm gonna let the guys, and I don't care which one of you guys want to be the speaker of it, let you get started and kind of tell everybody what the tournament trail is, why we're doing it, and how they can be a part of it.
Well, I'll kind of start out because I don't have a problem talking, but Brett Matthews here, and first of all, thanks for letting us come on, Danny. We really appreciate it, and we're just trying to get the word out about this trail that we're starting this fall. The first event will be in September. We'll talk about the dates if we have time. This one's the 13th on Chattooga. So let's get into it. We're just going to talk about anything you guys want to talk about, have questions and that kind of thing. But it's a very exciting, no membership fee, $120 entry fee. It's a solo trail. So no co-anglers. There's a lot of guys that have been looking for a solo trail out there. There's not many around. So we're very excited about it. We've got some great sponsors. But yeah, let's let Bob kind of get into the meat of what it's about. And Jason and I can jump in at any point.
All right, Bob, go ahead.
Sounds good. Again, appreciate it, Danny, for the opportunity to be on here. honestly,
Sure.
this started out just as a thing that we had some friends that we just wanted to get together. My son and I like to whatnot, and we thought, if we had boats, it's fun to do. Let's just go ahead and do it. Just kind of what it is later. Basically, what we're doing, like we're going to have a total of 9 tournaments. The 8-day tournament. The 2-day is not a class in the sense most clubs run a class. It's not 5-4 day format, which we all like to do at the end of the series. The way this is up, there's no member tournament. You can pick all of them. You can anywhere show up for. We'd love to have you. Our 120 tournament. We're doing a 9% payback. 9% of that paid out. 2% is going to an AOY.
All right, so I don't mean to stop you, but we got a lot of people in the comment section are saying you got a bad echo or you're going in and out with your comments. So I don't know if it's your reception. It says you need to turn off your speakers.
All right.
Yeah, and try it again.
Now we got nothing.
Now we got nothing. Yeah, we got nothing from over. Jason, if you want to take over for him for a second.
Yeah, I think he's in his garage right now. So that's probably why.
I got you. Oh, he's sitting in his boat. I got a question for you, Jason, real quick. Where can I find more information about this trail?
Yeah, just on our Facebook page on No Wake Nation. Brett was able to set that up for us. I don't know if we have. Do you have a link to that, Brett? I don't know if you guys had that or not.
So now we got Brett.
Is he muted?
Yeah, Brett's muted too, dude. Hit that right button. Now speak, Brett.
Still shows him muted down.
No, he
the
shows you. It shows you
Trying
muted.
to,
There
I
we
was
go.
trying to see if that was me causing Bob's issue. Anyways, if you go to Facebook groups and do a search for No Wake Nation, you'll find it quickly. The rules are on, if you go into files, at the top of those pages, the rules and the schedule and all that is on a file in the No Wake Nation group page. But listen, you want to see if we can hear Bob again?
Yeah, we get your Bob. You there?
I am here. Is this any
That's
better?
better.
Okay. Yeah. So real quick,
That
kind of
sounds a lot
repeat
better.
what you were saying earlier.
So I was just saying, basically, it's again, it's no membership. So you can fish one, you can fish all of them. It's up to you. You can fish 2 or 3. It doesn't matter. We are going to do an AOY at the end of the year, though. So for those guys that do stick it out and fish all the tournaments, we are going to award an AOY prize, which is 3% of the entry fee that goes into that pot. Plus, we also had one of our sponsors add an additional $500 to that pot. So that will be available for a first and second place split at 70-30 at the end of the season. The way we're doing that, too, is you are allowed to miss one tournament. So it's going to be your best 7 one day, and you do have to fish the 2-day in order to win AOY.
Okay.
So basically, a couple other things. Like I was saying, it's a $120 entry fee. We do have an optional $10 big fish pot as well. Brett will get into this in just a minute as far as with our sponsors, but we're going to have a lot of giveaways from our sponsors for each of the tournaments as well. They've been very gracious to us and in providing items for us to be able to give away. As far as the schedule goes, I don't know if we have time to actually cover that or not, or if you just want to have people look at the
where can they go to look at the schedule?
Just it's on our Facebook page.
On the Facebook page.
Yep. Everything is on there as far as the dates go. We don't have all the ramps confirmed yet, but we will, as soon as we get our permits secured, we'll actually update that as well and have the ramps confirmed for those tournaments where the permits are required.
Okay.
What lakes are on the trail? Just out of curiosity, I think that'd be helpful information.
Yeah, the lakes. What lakes you fishing?
Yeah, we're going to start with Chattooga, then we go to Notley, Then we are on
Carter's,
November
Carter's,
Carter's, and then December is
then Altoona.
Yep.
Yep. And January is Lanier. February back on Carter's. March is Blue Ridge. Then April is back on Chattooga, and then our 2-day is at the very beginning of May on Lanier.
Okay. Does that pique your interest?
A little bit of a long drive for me.
A little bit. That's right. Yeah, you're not. Yeah, you're not from up this
I'm
way.
a low lander.
What?
Hey,
Okay.
we'd love to have you. We'd love to have you.
Oh,
And I will-
Matt.
absolutely.
Along that line, I mean, this is open to anybody. There's no restrictions. Guides, pros, whoever wants to fish can fish.
Okay. For people who don't do Facebook, how can they get information on you?
They can call me directly. I don't mind giving my cell phone out. That's not a problem.
You ready to type, Tony?
Yep.
Go
ahead.
So it's 651-775-2968.
2968. And Fred, yes, I will tag their information in the description of this podcast. So that way, because he's at work right now. Forward facing sonar allowed, yes or no?
Yes, there are no restrictions on electronics except for underwater cameras.
Except for
And
underwater cameras.
Part of what we wanted to do, and this is our motto basically, and why the name came about, is we don't want drama. This is just where it's a bunch of guys getting together. We're to compete and have fun, and that's what we're doing. So yeah, we're not making restrictions and rules about that stuff. It's fish what you bring, basically.
Okay. Jason, so I can get you to, before we get back to our regular stuff, let you talk a little bit about it. What would be?
Brett, did you want to cover any of our sponsors?
Yeah, let me just say real quick that we've been absolutely blown away by the support we've had from local sponsors for something that is brand new like this, and we've got a really amazing support from Spot Choker Baits, For Her Outdoors, Bait Shack Marine, Badass Baits, John Meagle Chevrolet and Ford, Spro and Gamakatsu, Robert Lohr, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, and Cast Fishing. So thank you to you guys. They've really stepped up and helped us tremendously so that we can be insured. We're going to have plaques at all the events, and we're going to have a really good pot for AOY. So whoever wins AOY is going to be really happy, and it's going to bring a lot of people back next year. But no, go ahead, Jason, whatever you want to say, bud.
Yeah. So Jason, real quick, as I end this up with you guys, I want you to give me your best sales pitch on why somebody watching tonight should fish the No Wake Nation.
Ooh. Well, to me, that's a good question. To me, the biggest thing is going to be it's a solo tournament. To my recollection, I don't really think there's really anything around here that offers that. And then the second thing is the paybacks that we have. I mean, a 93% payback. I know a lot of people are at that 90%. So I think a 93% payback is something that would really intrigue me as an angler. And then if we can get the participation that we're kind of looking at, I mean, you guys could be fishing for $1,500 to $2,000 on a $120 entry fee. I mean, to me, you can't really beat that.
Okay, yep. That sounds pretty good. Last question: what insurance do anglers need to have on themselves if they want to fish it?
I think we're doing 100,000.
The requirement that we requiring is $100,000 liability.
Yep.
Okay. That's about standard. That's about standard. All right, guys. Well, there you go. So go check out No Wake Nation on Facebook. Look in the description here, or give Bob. Let's see, it's Bob a call, 651-775-2968. You guys, Brett, you start next week or the week after?
We're starting September 13th.
September.
Yep.
Okay, September. So you guys got time. Go check them out. And I'm sure these guys right here will give you will answer any question you got whatsoever about that. And I appreciate you guys coming on tonight and just kind of giving everybody else a new option to get out there and fish. Fish.
Hey, thanks for having us, and y'all come fish with us.
All right, absolutely. So appreciate you guys.
Appreciate it.
Thanks again, guys.
All right, buddy. We'll see you guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay, all right. So there you go. No Wake Nation. I think the question, he answered. Somebody asked the question about why no wake. It is not a kayak trail. It's nothing like that. It's just they just want to have. I guess it's just no drama. I guess
You got to idle to every fishing spot.
You got to idle to every fishing spot right there. So good luck with them. I mean, good luck to them. I mean, I will tell you this. There's a reason why people ask us to throw tournaments up here, and I don't do it.
It's tough to find solo trails.
It's a hard business.
It is a hard business, but that is the one thing I think is appealing about this. Is it is a solo.
I am curious if they're offering polygraph thing like that, because first thing I hear when I hear of solo trails in situations like this is me thinking about the possibility of nefarious activities.
That
No, nobody cheats in fishing, but they're good guys. So best of luck to them at all. So with that question, Mr. Tournament Director over here, you know where I'm going with this, huh? No polygraph is planned right now. That's Brett. I'm just saying, like, okay, so have you done any tournament directed outside the MPFL?
Lower level, yes.
Lower level,
yes.
In your experience, how often have you ever come across somebody that was, being nefarious?
I mean, you've got people that, I've DQ'd people, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, but some of those are unintentional.
Right.
There's been a couple that,
and you ain't got to name no names or nothing.
No, I never would.
Absolutely.
But yeah, look, I think at the levels we try to fish, it's mostly trying to skirt the rules, right?
Yeah.
And then they didn't skirt it, right? Or they made a dumb mistake.
Yeah.
We've seen that,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Look, it's the hardest part of the job. People ask, what's a tournament director? You're HR, human resources.
Yeah.
Have you ever been in the corporate world? Okay.
Uh-huh.
When you're talking to human resource manager, that's who you're talking to with the tournament director. Okay. Your rules of adjudication, you are, you've got customers, they are customers, right?
Mm-hmm.
But, and you've got to create an even playing field and do things. And look, and we all make mistakes sometimes too, but I think we've done it right in the MPFL.
Yeah.
And, but it's, this is, other than the first year, Brad Fuller was the tournament director first year.
Mm-hmm.
Years 2 through now, it's been me.
It's been you.
Yeah. And, which is kind of funny because you still see a lot of podcasts where they're talking about tournament director Brad Fuller.
Yeah, I know.
And I just sit there and giggle. I'm like, yeah.
Brad catches all the shit.
Keep calling his name.
You're kind of the mysterious tournament director.
Hey.
Unless you're involved in the league, they don't promote you at all.
And I kind
You like it?
I kind of like it that way, right?
Yeah.
I don't think you should know the tournament director's name if everything's running right? Or if you're doing stuff. I've made decisions. I get published. But I'm not the face of the league.
Well, it makes sense that you're not getting called by random people over NPFL issues, like them not having your information posted out there just to get called about that. Because realistically, if you try and search for you as the MPFL tournament director, it kind of just
there's been articles.
When you mentioned an article or something,
or press releases, things like that. But that's the only place you'll see it.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
I agree with you on that. That way he ain't got to deal with all the other crap. So let me ask you this. Again, not naming names, but how hard is it to DQ a guy who made an honest mistake? Honest mistake. And maybe they're not all, but you know what I'm saying.
No, most of them, they're almost all honest, right?
Yeah.
They didn't mean to make the mistake and everything. It's freaking terrible.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
Especially when a lot of money's
these
on the
guys,
line.
well, and also, these guys are guys that I've fished with or fished against or have known for a long time, right? You're not just and at the MPFL, we truly are a family. We look at our anglers as family. We look at our employees. We're a small group. We're a small company. We've grown it from nothing. I've been there since day one at the first tournament. I was at the first tournament you follow. I was in a different position at that time, but we are a small group and most of us are still there from that. And we work really hard and get a lot done with that. And the anglers become friends. I've known a lot of them before they were MPFL or even before they fished MPFL. I knew them then. I know them now.
Yeah.
But yet I'm HR over them.
Right. Yeah.
So it's a terrible decision to make. Horrible.
Yeah, that's a high pressure position.
Can I say something though?
You can say whatever you want to say.
My
It's my show.
wife is 35 years in human resources. So listen to her talk to employees where I've seen her let somebody go and had them thank her afterwards when on a call that I'm sitting there and I'm like, how you do that, I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
And I think she's made me a better – look, we all got jobs outside of it too. I do myself,
right.
Okay? MPFL is not my only job at all because, we're still growing this thing. It's made me a better manager, a better employee, having a wife that has done that. And that's really – I told her, I said, no wonder your job's so hard. It's hard.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I would not want to
because you're HR.
Yeah, I would not want to do it at all. Because I mean, it's just one of those positions. You might have to make a decision that is the right decision, but it's the unpopular decision.
It's tough.
Yeah. Now I'm glad you do it. And I ain't got to do it right there. So I mean, kudos to you. But back to your comment, Gary, he says that's why the BFLs need codes and forward facing is unfair to at least 60% of them. Just my opinion. I got that. Hit Stillwater Films down at the bottom before I forget the Cast Echo question out there. Right now, the bait on my area where he fishes is really small. I want to try out the Cast Echo 275. What is the best jig head to start with?
You want one with a 1/0 hook. So Queen Tackle tungsten jig head's a good one. Dirty Jigs, they make one with that smaller size hook. Really, the key is you want only like a 1/0 at biggest for the hook, because I think a 1/0 on the Dirty Jigs comes out right at the very back of essentially the hook slot that's built into that 3.75. So 1/0 or number one jig head, basically.
Okay. All right. Let's see. A lot of you guys are sitting there. Y'all were talking about the no wake stuff. Good. Keep that going. When it comes to these newer baits that Cass is bringing out, the bigger sizes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What was the thought process going into that? Is like, I mean, you had the smaller ones, but why, like this is 7.2?
Yeah. So,
I mean, what was your thought process or Cass thought process with that? You helped, I'm sure you helped in with at least testing and all that stuff with it.
Really, the true thought process is really you go back 3 years and nobody was really thinking about the option of throwing an 7-inch size minnow bait.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you had a few like the Sluggo style baits that maybe were that long,
right,
but there really weren't true just minnows that were that size. And for us, it just made sense. We already had a 5.4. The 5.4, if you truly kept beefing it up, became too bulky of a bait. So we streamlined it, added a longer tail. You get more action out of the bait. But really, truly gizzard shad are 7, 8, 10, 12 inches.
Right.
So having the option to have a bigger profile when you're using that lineup is something you need. I mean, it's no different than the difference between the 3.5 and the 2.75. Sometimes that 3.5 is the perfect profile. Sometimes they're on stuff even tinier, and the 2.75 makes a huge difference. Yeah. But really, it also gives you another bait that you can use in different ways. Putting that thing on a scrounger head.
I love scrounger heads.
It looks amazing on a scrounger head.
What's the scrounger head of choice for you for that bait?
I've mostly used the Hog Farmer because you get the right hook size, you get the right hook length. I like that you have soft or hard as an option there in terms of the bill on the scrounger.
Well, let me ask you, when would you use a hard one as opposed to a soft bill?
Hard bill's basically a harder kick. Soft bill is a more subtle kick. Okay, I would say.
Okay. So not the terrain or nothing. It's how much action you want to impart.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Hog Farmer ½ ounce, Clint says out there on that.
Yeah, ½ ounce is good if you're wanting to keep it up. If you're wanting to get it down deeper and keep it down deeper, I really think you have to go 3/4. But because it's a bait, you want to be, for that big size, it's not generally a slow roll option. It's I want to look at it as if it's a thing that I want those fish up chasing it.
So you're burning it?
For the most part. I mean,
or at least faster.
Yeah, exactly. Like if you're going for a brush pile that's 30 feet deep, throw that thing way the heck past it, let it sink to the bottom. And then I want to be steady reel with the fish engage it. Like I'm talking forward facing sonar, of course.
Right.
But fish engage it. You want to be able to burn it.
Yes.
Faster as the fish get behind it, essentially.
Okay.
Y'all make it in a pink for me.
A pink? You like pink?
Tuna fishing.
Oh, I forgot. He's a saltwater guy. Well, it's funny that a lot of these baits do transition over to saltwater.
Oh yeah,
a lot of them.
The OG's a saltwater bait.
Oh, that is. A lot of people think that it's just a bass bait and all that. What's your rod setup when you're throwing like the big ones?
Like a 7 to 7.6 medium heavy. I don't think it's anything.
You don't have to change.
You don't have to have a super soft. I mean, you're throwing a 3/4 ounce or a 1/2 ounce bait. So if you try to throw it on a medium, it'd be a little overpowering, I'd say. Okay. But yeah.
All right. So when it comes to that, let's just say you're going out to Lanier tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to be fishing offshore, of course. Do you like to start with the bigger baits, or do you like to start with the smaller baits? How do you figure out what you're going to be throwing?
Lanier for me is condition dependent.
Mm-hmm.
Cloudy, windy. Usually you can get away with bigger.
Okay.
Slicker, calmer, sunnier. You generally have to downsize. Is a lot of times how I look at it.
Okay.
And now this time of year, it's kind of a toss up this time of year because you're hitting that point in the year where the fish are starting to get on that little bait that was born this year. And not quite they're not as on it as they will be 2-3 months from now.
Mm-hmm.
But every once in a while you stumble into fish that are chasing a bait ball and it's all that
very
size.
Small.
Yeah.
Very small.
But then you also have the ones that are still on the full 7-inch herring.
Right.
So it can be very much a toss up right now. I think this is one of those times a year where like standard size, you can't really go wrong with it. And then if you're having a tough day, downsize.
Mm-hmm.
If you got the wind at your favor, you can usually upsize.
I got you. So Tony, out at Weedawee, Dowie. If you were going tomorrow throwing a swim bait, would you start bigger or smaller?
Well, what he just said is 100% what happened Saturday. I come up on schooling fish. I caught one on a topwater walking bait in chrome. They wouldn't touch a fluke or anything dropped in the middle of the bait balls. And I happened to see a shad a little while later, and it was literally 1.5 inches, 2 inches long.
Yeah.
They were on new bait, and I just kept throwing that topwater because I wanted a topwater bite so bad. So it would be a topwater, and then I'd get downsize the 2.75. I'd go with
right. Okay. I noticed that a lot on Latham over here, even though it's electric only reservoir. It's got bluebacks and all that stuff in it. But a lot of guys, they'll come in the shop and like, I can't catch anything on topwater when they're schooling on Latham in September. And I'm like, because you're throwing a big ass, OG or something out there, and they're keyed in on something small. I throw a white rooster tail. You'll catch those fish.
Last fall when I was at Allatoona, fished the Fishermen 2-day championship for whatever a North Georgia division, I think it was. And you could land a skimmer right in the middle of, there were 1,000 fish in this one area. And you land a skimmer right in the middle of them coming up and eating. They wouldn't touch it.
Yeah.
So we caught 2 fish out of 1,000.
Yeah.
And it was, you get one lucky cast where they actually decide to eat it. And every other one of them would come up and look at your stuff, but they're not touching it.
Oh, that's right. What's up, small fishing, big catching? Appreciate you joining us on TikTok. Back to you over here, Mr. MPFL. When will they release next year's schedule?
We're close. We've got the 2-year schedule done, really. It's just I'll take one of those too.
Bartender, Joe Boo needs a refill.
We're ready. It'll be out soon. Yep.
Soon?
So, really soon.
So like, is that soon? Like, as in my wife soon is like, hey baby, when we gonna make relations soon? Or is that, because that could be like 6 months.
About like that.
Okay.
Right?
All right, there you go. All right.
So you just don't know when it's gonna happen. Okay? So
you know what? At my age, as long as I've been married, and this is coming. How long you been?
I'll be married in 2 months.
That's what you ain't. Oh, it's coming, but oh man.
How long you been married?
30 years.
30
years.
So
listen.
I've got an anniversary coming up next month.
And it'll be what?
28.
28?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a long time, ain't it?
Yes, but no.
You're afraid your wife's going to be watching this.
Oh, my wife's not watching.
I guarantee she's not watching.
I don't have to worry about that. I
know.
Okay.
Listen, my wife never watches this except for the one time I talk about anatomy. And then for some reason, she's always tuned in right there. And it's like, Why?
No, of course.
Congratulations on 28 years.
I appreciate you too. I mean,
Oh yeah.
you know,
Well,
look,
it's only because of my
not easy,
wife.
not hard, and you know, this
and
guy will be doing it one day.
You already got a preacher? Huh? You got a preacher?
We just had a conversation about this earlier.
Because you know I can marry you right here on the podcast. I'm ordained.
We might have to talk later.
So can Paul.
We might have to talk
Benson
later.
Yeah, Benson can too.
Listen, what's wrong with this? What is wrong with this world when me and Paul Benson can bring people together in holy matrimony? But listen, I've been trying forever to get somebody to get married on this podcast. I'm just giving it out there as an option.
I mean, you can move the podcast down to Griffin. We've already got everything booked, and everything.
We got a mobile unit.
Well, we're getting married on a lake.
We can do it, my gosh, right there. Okay. Anyway,
hey, to answer your question though, I
Yeah.
don't want to skirt. You know, I want to skirt. I saw somebody say something about skirting the rules. Look, people don't. Professionals
yeah.
don't really skirt the rules. Let me say that. Okay.
Right, yeah.
You know, we've got some great anglers fishing with us, and that are honest and do their job. Schedule, yeah. You know, no hidden secret. You know, we got to wait on bass. We
Yeah.
don't BPT, okay?
Yep.
Because we really don't want to conflict with them as much as we can. You know, because you know, kumbaya. We want to be a third trail. We want anglers from both series fishing with us.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely makes sense.
and so we've got the lakes, we've got this. It's just a matter of moving some stuff around since they did that,
I got you.
and we'll be out there.
Okay.
So
Also, too, Tommy Odom, Potential Fishing, can marry you too because he's ordained down in Middle Georgia. We're gonna get you married, dude. I mean, you got options. I'm just saying that, and I'm cheap.
All right.
I'm cheap. All you gotta do is put it on the podcast.
It's just
when we
funny.
do it.
We had that conversation on the drive up here.
Well, you got to see my list of stuff that Paul Benson told me to ask you that. But right now the conversation's good, so we're going to keep going with that. Somebody said something, and let's see. Can I actually scroll? Yeah, look at that. Now that I got it on my phone.
Look at you're big time. This is not low budget.
I'm really confused, but that's okay. I appreciate that. If the MPFL draws more big names next year, are they going to have more anglers or drop some? Do you guys cap it?
Yes, definitely we cap it.
What's up, Dave?
And so read the article. I mean, go to tmpfl.com, read the article that Brad wrote that was released today.
Okay.
It'll explain a lot about what the MPFL looks for in anglers and what our goal is there. Okay.
Yeah. How many you got right now?
We started the season with like 114.
Yeah.
We've had some attrition.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And that's what that leads to, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what you try to get out of. So you know,
right.
And listen, some of it's medical.
Yep.
Which is okay, fine. You know, yeah, that's life. You
That's
know,
right.
But some of it is true attrition. You know,
right.
And that's where you some people will drop, some people will do this, and it's been that way every year. It's that way with any business. You lose customers. I don't care what you sell. You're going to lose some customers. You're going to gain some customers every year. It's just never know what you do.
Sorry about that, guys.
Oh my!
So TikTok has a thing where an hour in, it cuts you off for inactivity.
Oh,
but but I figured out how to do it through my phone where I don't lose it. We had been having to start all over.
Oh,
okay. So I didn't mean to do that. All right. So real quick, where are we at? We're at time now for the impossible question of the night, and because it's coming, and I don't know what prize I'll give you, but I'll give you a prize if you answer this question. So Kevin, scoot over there to the there he is. I told you he's back there.
I'm here.
You're there. Throw out your question, buddy.
All right. The
Listen to this
question is, who intentionally broke their rod on the side of their boat, then proceeded to throw the rod and the reel in the lake after finding out they had lost a tiebreaker in a fish off? Who was it? What classic tournament was this? And who was he fishing against? I'll read it again. Who intentionally broke their rod on the side of their boat, then proceeded to throw the broken rod and reel into the lake after finding out they had lost a tiebreaker in a fish off? Who was it? What classic tournament was this?
Yeah.
And who were they fishing against?
You know, there hadn't been many tiebreakers fished off. There hadn't been many fish offs.
Well, but here's the thing.
Well, you going to give the answer away?
No.
Don't give the answer.
Yeah, I get it.
No, I don't know it. I thought this question was coming from me.
No, it's
Matt.
for the chat.
No.
See, I'm a rookie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, I don't know what the answer is.
Yep.
You got a winner?
Connor got it. Connor got it.
All right, so read the right answer.
The answer is Mike Iaconelli, the Toyota Texas Bass Classic, and he was fishing against Keith Combs.
There you go. So we also too, you know what, we got to figure out a way in the future. We got to watch TikTok as well.
Oh yeah.
Now nobody got it, but I mean a lot of people got Ike, but they didn't get the other stuff.
Everybody knew it'd be
For all the people that have watched this show, we had a whole bunch of one answer questions.
Yes, guys, we get on to you guys every single Thursday night. There's always 2 or 3 answers to Kevin's question, and all you guys always put one answer out there. But the winner tonight was Connor. Connor, Danny Pruitt on Facebook. Send me your address, and I'll grab something and send it to you. I don't know what you're going to get, but you're going to get something. Tyler Trent down at the bottom. Congrats on the dad life, Matt. My boy is going on 8 months now. My fishing has slowed down a little bit as well. I still go as much as I can, though.
He lives in Virginia, I believe.
In Virginia. Well, there you go.
North Carolina or Virginia.
There you go.
Yeah.
Jim Wright, I was just trying to be first with just a name. Well, I think you might have been. I think you might have been, Jim. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. And also, too, I didn't read it up there, but Ryan did chime in, Mr. Hanks.
Oh, I saw.
Buddy.
Yeah,
you saw it,
yeah.
and he's very proud of you. Yeah, pull it up right there so I can read it. Because if not, he's going to call me at like 7:22 in the morning. Why didn't you read my comment? No, I'm not. Super proud of Matt. It's insane how consistent he is. He even let me stand on the front deck one day and pull the schools.
Hey, you didn't quite explain that. Last time we fished together.
Yeah, I was gonna.
I got yelled at by Matt a time or two for doing that as well. I think so. Yeah.
So last time Ryan jumped in the boat with me, I was out working from the boat, and ended up shortly after he gets in the boat, I had to pull my laptop out for like 40 minutes. I was not happy about it. You know, a couple things pop up out of nowhere. I can't solve the problem I'm trying to solve as quickly as possible, and I'm a little frustrated. Well, we were basically drifting around. Ryan's just kind of messing around, and as soon as I get everything put away, I was like, all right, we'll go right here. There's a bunch of fish right here. We run over there. It's one of those situations where they're like sitting on a drop off. They're not necessarily always in the same spot, but you pull up, you start drifting towards them, working your way towards them on the trolling motor. Ryan's just flinging away with a scrounger head. Just, you know, it's like a 3/4 or half ounce scrounger, so he can throw it a 1/4 mile. And I'm waiting to throw an OG at a fish. Like I'm ready, or I can't remember. It might not have been windy enough. I might have been trying to throw a fluke or something. As soon as I see the school over my shoulder, just fing, scrounger lands right over the school. He starts ripping it through them. I watch every fish in the school just follow it up. I turn to him. I go, "Do you always come and fish up in the front of the boat now?"
Was he in the front of the boat or from the back?
He was up on the front deck with me.
Totally uninvited?
You know,
yeah.
I mean, not necessarily, but I was already a little testy from the work stuff, and he kind of caught me off guard, threw off the best spot I knew to pull up to. I hadn't been out much this summer. And
so let's just say it this way. He absolutely jacked up a fishing spot.
Yeah.
Ryan Hanks.
Yep.
Fished. Yeah, I believe that. See, T. McGuire says Danny does a right nice wedding ceremony. Just saying.
Oh,
I married him.
I might have to consider it.
I married him on Notley, 3 weeks ago? It was 3 weeks ago?
Couple weeks, yeah.
Couple weeks ago, I can't even remember.
Oh, and I actually, a little bit more on Tyler Trent.
Oh, okay.
I lost the Lake Murray BFL regional to him. He's from Virginia.
Oh.
Lake Murray's a little more of a blueback lake than you get to deal with. I mean, they have Kerr up there, which has bluebacks. It fishes a little similar, but he is an absolute hammer up on Bugs Island and up in that range. That guy wins a lot of stuff up there. But yeah,
get him on the show at some point.
He'd probably be entertaining on the show.
Well, Tyler Trent, there's your invitation, man. Let's. You got his contacts?
Facebook.
Yeah, okay. I'll reach out to Facebook. I'd like to get him on. I like learning people. I mean, we talk to Lanier guys and Georgia guys a lot.
Yep.
But I always love getting some of these new guys.
And he's one where he's out doing team tournaments with his dad and stuff. They go and win crappy tournaments up there. Like they're full-blooded fishermen up there.
Let's see. Mr. Paul is one of the best in professional fishing, cut and dry, just like my late papa.
He don't know him too good, does he?
Huh? He's talking about Benson?
Benson?
Yeah.
So he's talking about Mr. Paul over there.
Yeah. I thought he was talking about you and just had the name wrong. Like that. So, but it is what it is. So, hey, what the hell we want to talk about now? I just totally had a brain fart. I had a question and now it's gone. Think of something. Hurry up, save me. Watch this. Save me.
Hey,
Hey.
let me tell you something. You need to have somebody. You need to have
Who's
on the
that?
show. Tom Hamlin. You know Tom Hamlin?
I do not. Who is Tom Hamlin? Tell me who he is.
Probably one of the best fishermen in the state, really.
Of Georgia?
Yeah.
Where's he?
Made the Classic twice.
Where's he from?
Lives in Macon. Lizella.
Lizelle?
Lizella.
Lizella.
Yeah.
That sounds like
he
a
taught
South
me to
Georgia
fish
name.
a bunch. That's who I used to
Yeah.
go fish the opens with a lot. So
I'll have him on.
yeah.
I'll talk to anybody. I'm
Yeah.
a cheap date.
He's a name you get to Middle Georgia for sure.
Yeah, you get down
See,
there.
that's the
but,
one.
But
that's one
like I
thing.
said, he made the Classic twice.
Yeah.
Through the opens but twice through the opens.
That's
And you know, I mean, you talk to a lot of guys. I've been lucky enough to fish with a lot of those guys, like I said in previous stuff with opens and everything. And his office was like 3 doors down from mine. I used to fish with him a bunch.
okay.
And like I said, the guy's an absolute freaking hammer.
I'm all for that.
Yeah.
We're trying to expand
Now,
the
he'd rather
reach
go
of
catch
guests.
a crappie than anything right now, but you know,
Well, crappie. I like crappie. I like crappie. We just can't do a crappie episode on here because nobody watches.
And he won't do that.
They really will. I mean, if I say fly fishing or crappie,
Even if you bring on Mr. Crappy or something.
even if it could be the only way I'm gonna get anybody to watch a crappie show is if I got Hannah Barron or somebody like that in here talking. You know what I'm saying? That is all. That it would take that, which is a crying shame because it's fun. But yeah, that's exactly what would have to happen.
Hey,
You
Matt-
probably get
Matt-
Josh Jones on to talk about crappy.
Now
and get
Josh
some
Jones
viewers.
might. Now Josh might. Yeah,
He'd get some viewers.
he would get some viewers, but he's pretty big.
Matt
I'd
Matt
watch fly fishing, traveling fisherman. I know you would. We got some fly fishing stuff on our channel.
Matt shared something with me that I want to bring up though earlier. So
Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
he got a chance to do something I don't think you said nobody's ever done.
Matt did.
Yeah.
Well,
What
He
is it?
got, if he makes the All-American this year,
Yeah.
nobody's ever made it 4 years in a row.
Are you serious?
at least that's what I was told.
That's what he's
Yeah.
told. So
There's only been a few that have made it 3 straight years, and I've done it.
that's pretty.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, you
Second
talking about
2 years in a row,
consistency?
and then like 35th or something. So
But
that one was a
still.
little bit of a failure. But yeah, no, I'm that kind of is what became the goal this year when the opens didn't quite, the full schedule
Yeah.
didn't work.
What is it going to take to accomplish that?
Well, the 2 regionals I'm planning to fish are Norman and Murray, where I've gotten second in each regional that I've
Right,
fished
yep.
there. So those places, and now you have to get a top 3 instead of top 6 like you used to. They've changed the format a little bit for the BFL regionals.
Oh, I got you.
So, but yeah, got to go get top 3 at one of those lakes.
Cool though.
It would be. I mean,
Talking about consistency.
Yeah, no, he is
That's
consistent.
oh my gosh.
I've told people that when his name gets brought up around here, because and don't take this the wrong way. Some people are like, well, all they ever see him is with the cast stuff, and they just see the Facebook stuff. I'm like, no. O'Connell can fish and fish a lot of different things because, you fish a lot of different lakes. You're not just stuck on Lake Lanier.
no.
But I think that's where a lot of people get certain people in their head up here just because they see you with the cast stuff. They see and
Nobody thinks I live where I live.
No,
Everybody
sure.
expects I live out by Oconee or Sinclair or up this way.
Yeah.
Nobody expects I live kind of in the middle of nowhere fishing world. Peachtree City. I mean,
Peachtree City, golf cart capital of the world.
technically I live in Sonoy,
Lake
Sonoy-
Kedron.
where they filmed
Lake
Walking Dead.
Kedron.
Lake
Yeah.
Kedron. Hey, that made the list. The top 25 lakes in Georgia.
Well, that should have.
It did make it, but they stuck Yahoo and Delana.
I mean, you can go catch all the 25-inch largemouth you want there. They're just going to weigh
I
about
heard there's
6
some big ones
pounds at
that
most.
lake in-
in Dahlonega.
yeah. Look.
Yeah,
Is
there's
there?
like 2.
Oh, okay.
There's like 2 big ones in there, and there's a
Gotcha.
ton of little ones. Now,
Gotcha.
when it first opened, yes,
Gotcha.
but I would listen. This is how a tournament goes up there. I was fishing electric only tournament, 20 boats, 19 people weighed in. We all had 5 bass for 5.6 to 6.2 pounds. I mean, everybody had that. And here come this one guy.
Had 10-pounder.
999 with four other fish. His total weight with a 9.9, almost a 10-pounder, was like 12.8. But he had that. I mean, that thing looked like a behemoth, like a big old gag grouper. One of the, you saltwater guy, big one of the big
Did you
things.
see the one caught in Arizona the other day?
What's that?
16. It set the stick.
I saw the gut at the end of the. I saw, he was lifting it up. The
So-
gut, yeah.
Team tournament. They finished second.
Did they really? He had 16.
He had a 16-pound
bass.
and he finished second. Okay.
That's awful.
So the guy that won had like an 8.5 and had 4 other ones that went more than he spotted him 8 pounds. He still lost. So he finished second, but I think he set the state record.
So that's
Arizona's
a good
got
thing.
big ones.
That's a good one. He got the state record. But yeah, if I got a 16-pounder in my live well and I'm going to the
He did win
scale,
big fish.
I feel pretty good. Now there's a couple of guys on Lanier, and this happened a couple of times in the electric only world where they thought they had a big one, and the last guy weighs in always has that big one. That happened in a tournament. Keith White, buddy of mine, he had 23 pounds. This is in January out of Baldridge. 23 something, I think, like that. And he had like a 7-pounder. So and he won that tournament, the same tournament the previous year with 19. So now he's got a 4-pound upgrade and a 7-pounder. So he's pretty confident going to scale. He was next to last weigh in. The guys behind him had 24 and an 8. Like that. So he come in the shop, he was telling me about it. I said, how'd that feel? He goes, and he's an old timer. Like I got cooked in the nuts. That's exactly the way he said. I'm like, I bet, buddy.
Isn't it kind of funny though? The guys with the big bag always wait.
Oh,
those small lake tournaments. So this is a funny story. Yeah. Probably 7 years ago, I was in my 18-foot. No, it was about 5 or 6 years ago. I was still in my 18-foot Triton, and I found out that V103, the hip hop station.
Oh yeah.
A guy was hosting a tournament down at J.W. Smith Reservoir in Clayton County. The tournament was payout for biggest bass, biggest catfish, biggest crappie, and biggest sunfish. I was 6 months into having live scope. I said, I'm going to go win every category. I went over there with my 18-foot Triton, got out there. In the first hour, my live scope went out.
Oh, yeah.
On a trolling motor only lake that I've never fished in my life.
Yeah.
So I'm moseying around trying to figure out what to do. I mean, I've heard there's big fish, and it closes for it's one of those lakes that closes for the winter. It closes for like 4 months.
Yep.
This is the opening weekend. You should be able to go over there and smash them. I caught one bass, I think, the entire time. Never caught a crappie. The very end of the day, I get over the deepest part of the lake. It's like 30 feet deep. On my normal Humminbird, I see bait and stuff down on the bottom. I was like, crazy. Let's see what happens. Throw a fish head spin out there. I think I have 10 minutes left. Reeling my fish head spin, and boom, and just something's fighting it. Won't come up. Get it up. It's like a 7.5 pounder. I'm like, oh crap. Like, I look at the clock. I got like 5 minutes. Weigh-in's all the way over there, and I'm on a trolling motor only lake. And at that point, I was still making another cast. I put my trolling motor on 10, gun it. I'm on the wrong side of the peninsula from where the weigh-in is, but I'm on the peninsula. I just am using my trolling motor to store the boat up in the rocks, to run up and make sure I'm not late with my 7.5 pounder. I just caught it the last second. Go up there. People see I've got this bag with this big fish. They're like, oh, you got to let him weigh. I go up at 7.5 or something. Of course, Marcus Big Fish Alexander pops up out of nowhere.
Oh, yep.
8.5 pounder.
And you did
knocked me out, and they pimped me out there. I mean, I felt like a king when I walked up over there with that 7.5 pounder. I've got my boat banging on rocks behind me and stuff because I'm hauling butt to make sure I'm not late. Won nothing out of it because it was only biggest of each species.
You still have that boat?
Yeah.
That's the boat Matt. When I first met Matt, he pulled up
Is that
in
what
my
he had?
driveway with
18-foot Triton with a 115.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, you still didn't weigh an empty bag of fish in like I did one time.
That was a funny story.
Oh, we've all done that.
Did you hear that story?
No.
Electric only tournament over here at Hickory Log. Had 5 fish in the line. Guys in front of us had 5 fish. Had just weighed in, took the lead. They wanted to take pictures of them right then and there. So he said, will you hold our bag? His bag was the same as my bag. Nobody's paying attention. They take the pictures. They bring it to me. They put the fish in the bag. They take off. I grab the bag. I go up. Guy goes, doing the weigh, and he goes, what you got? I said, 5 alive. Went pour. Absolutely empty ass bag because my 5 fish, they put theirs in mine. We all go, oh, we look down and they're pouring them in the lake. And so, but you ought to have seen his face when I said 5 alive and I dumped him. He didn't know if I was being serious, if I was joking.
Oh, you have to think it's a joke.
And I'm like, I swear I had 5. I swear there was 5 fish in there.
They're just gone.
My 5 fish being thrown back in the lake. So I guarantee you I am the only person in the history of fishing to go up to somebody and say 5 alive with an empty bag. Whew. That's
We've had anglers leaving, we do Livewell, we do right. And depending on the lake, we've had them leave one in the Livewell.
Now I can see leaving one in the live well like that. I can see that mistake.
Yeah.
But Yeah, could you imagine? Could you imagine Big Al's on the stage and Swindle comes up and he's going all that stuff like he does. Swindle, nothing. But y'all can't do that because y'all put him in the thing beforehand, right? Don't y'all? When the process, tell me the process of coming to weigh in.
It depends on the tournament logistics. All of them change, and that's one thing about us is it depends on what the ramp is, what the layout is, where the thing, bump check, everything like that. Bump checks normally, I mean, it's never at the ramp. It's between there. There have been a few that have been not trailered weigh-ins. It's like you saw at Eufaula, Oklahoma this year.
Right, yeah.
And some of the smallmouth lakes we've done it, where it's typical bump station. They walk across stage, come up, dump them, blah, blah, blah. Normally, they take out on their own. They come through a bump station. I check them, alive, dead, everything like that. They come through there. I up and down in each boat, and whether it depends what the length limit, everything like that.
Right.
But we check them all, live, dead, bag them. Sometimes I'll leave them in the live well. I'll check them all, leave them in the live well. Just depends what the line's like, and they get up there, and hence they left one in there.
Yeah.
Sometimes I bag them, but I always tell them, hey,
make sure you got them. And all
make sure you got them.
So you're doing all this before they come up to the stage. Before
When they come
get
up on stage, they're ready to step out off the boat onto the stage.
Okay.
And handle the Big Al in a mesh bag. And used to be Paul up there, but
yeah,
lately it's been somebody, another guys, because Paul's doing different jobs. So
I got you. Okay.
Yep.
I did that. But I've often thought about what goes on before they get to Big Al.
Yeah.
One of these days I'm actually gonna go to one of these. We need to ride to one of their tournaments next time they're close. Yep. Maybe I need to do Lanier again. That would make it easier on me.
Hartwell's our championship in October.
I just want to go up there.
Logan Martin the week before in September.
I just want to go throw crap at Al while he's on stage.
Do it.
Seriously. Or just hold up pictures that, maybe some obscene pictures that they can't be seen from the camera while he's right in the middle of one of his things. You know what I'm saying?
We ought to do
Have you had Big Al on here yet?
Yeah, he came up here when they were doing Lanier.
Yeah.
After a weigh-in, and I got a lot of respect for him. After the weigh-in, he drove from Lawrence, where we all had it at the Stripers Stadium and all that.
Yeah.
And he came up here and he jumped on one night, which was funny because I knew he was big. I didn't realize how big he was. Till you get down in the basement, he's got a duck under all the air conditioning and stuff. And you've been
How
down.
tall is he? I haven't seen him in person.
Oh, good grief! Al, 6'8", 6'7".
No, he's not that.
Yes,
tall.
he is.
He might be 6'3", 6'4". Right.
No.
If
If Al's only 6'3", I'm a solid 10.
Well, we got that on camera. So.
Hey, speaking of that tournament,
Yeah.
that 7-pounder Harkins caught in that tournament.
They downplayed the heck out of that.
Oh my God.
They did a terrible job of making a big deal about
biggest
that.
show. Now I was bumping those fish at the ramp, okay?
Yeah.
Because they had a long drive, right?
Yeah, right.
And at that point, Clear Lake, you're looking at them, right? I mean, you're counting 5. You can tell when one's look. I catch enough 14 inchers on this lake. I know what a 14 incher looks like. And
right.
When guys are bringing bags like that out, you're looking at 5. You look at the other one, make sure it's empty, or make sure there's not more than 5.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw that one. I said, that thing's wide.
Mm-hmm.
And I, at that point I'm not bagging them, so I didn't even realize. And then I said, man, I wish I'd have looked at it closer because I hadn't seen a 7-pounder out of this lake,
Really?
No.
Yeah.
No.
You know what he was catching his fish on? Did he ever tell you?
Yeah.
Those first 2 days?
Yeah.
It was
Will.
Yeah, it was redfin, wasn't
It was
it?
redfin.
Redfin.
And then he said his big mistake was he went in day 3 thinking he could just replicate those 2 in that last day, man. And he was so stubborn. He said, they'll do it. They'll do it. And Will's been on quite a few times.
Absolute hammer.
He's a good kid. And he fishes with cheap
unbelievable
mama.
family. No, unbelievable family.
Oh,
Not
no, they're
just a
good
kid.
people.
Yeah, 100%.
No, they're good people. But
Family.
yeah, one of the biggest TikToks we ever did, or any social media, was that one about Will fishing with Berkeley big game.
Yeah.
And you know what he inspired me to do? I promise you, I didn't do it with the big game, but I had a tournament 2 weeks later, and I took my jig rod and I spooled it with mono, trilene or something like that. And I said, I want to see the difference. I still got mono on my jig rod.
Oh, I love big game.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
That's my go-to mono if I'm using mono for
Yeah.
something.
I'm a CXX guy. You
Yeah.
know? The
Your boozy big game.
no, the what is it?
No, that's
P-line
yeah,
CXX.
P-line. It's not.
P-line,
Yeah,
Green P.
P-line,
Green
okay.
P. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can get a
Green
mega
P.
spool. You can get a mega spool of
Yes,
that
you
for
can.
yeah.
You know the cheapest line out there. We used to have a guy fishing with me a lot in my previous years. There's a line sold at Walmart called. I bought some the other day just to fish.
I got a couple spools at the house. I can't think of the name.
Just to feed. I fished off the beach with it the other day when I was down in Florida.
Yeah.
Just because I wanted some leader or something, and it's rope. You know.
Oh yeah. It ain't
Omniflex.
Omniflex. That's
Omniflex.
it. Omniflex.
You can buy a roll of Omniflex for like $2.99. You know,
like 1,500 yards for
yeah,
$2.99.
$2.99 at Walmart.
We have a fellow
Stuff is
participant in my V103 tournament.
Gone fishing with Ed.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Mark's got you.
He did.
Marcus. Okay, I was there. I was the guy with only 4 fish on a little 12-foot old Raggedy John boat right there. There you go. See, small
Right.
world.
Hey, right.
That's the way
It wasn't that
works
big of a
there.
tournament.
No.
Oh, and the other thing, back to that 7-pound spot. That's
Yeah.
like the equivalent of catching a 12-pound largemouth in a tournament.
Yeah, and that's what. Yeah. So we should have
Yeah.
made sure we said spot.
Yeah,
Because
that's the crazy part.
Everybody's like 7-pound largemouth. That ain't.
But
no spot.
that day in that tournament, the picture angles weren't great. Like it looked like a typical 5.5, 6-pound spot from all the pictures for the most part. And that's kind of the problem with spotted bass is, I mean, I caught a 5-pounder today and holding it up in front of the picture compared to the 3.5s I have in a picture.
Yeah.
It's hard to really get that,
And
get the real
the
gauge.
kayak guys that go on Lanier. I'm like, y'all catch 4 or 5 pound spots. They're gonna be like 18 inches, 19. I mean, they're not gonna do what you need to do on,
Yeah.
But what's the biggest spotted bass you ever caught?
I've caught a bunch of 5.5s. I've never caught one really bigger than a 5.5.
I can't break 5. I've got like a 4.9. I cannot get that 5 pound spot.
This time of year, this time of year is weird. I feel like you can go out and catch the heck out of 3.5s to 3 3/4, breaking 4 pounds. Sometimes I'll go 4 or 5 trips without breaking 4 pounds.
Yeah.
But then like today, I've been out twice in the last month, had like 19.5 each time I've been out. You catch like 1 4.5 or today was a 5, and then a bunch of 3.5s to go with it, basically, or maybe one other that's around 4.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, those big ones this time of year. Now they have gotten thick. I mean, you're catching some that are super fat right now, but they're all so smart. They're just
I know.
This is that time of year where they've all been living in those same areas. They've all been doing their same thing for a while, and I mean, it gets tough. It gets real tough at times.
I got that.
I got like a 5.1.
5.1.
Yeah, but I've never broken 10 on a largemouth.
I haven't either.
I've never broken 9 on a largemouth.
Mexico a lot of times and never broke 10. I had a 9.15.
Really?
Yeah.
I take a 9.15. I take that, but
I've caught 4 largemouth between 8.5 and 9, but I've never broken 9.
Yeah, that 5 pound spot just eludes me. I might have had it on a time.
It's a big fish, dude.
It is.
We take it for granted from where we live.
Yeah, I know.
You know.
And then you got guys like Ryan Hanks who get in the boat with me last winter. Like first 15 minutes we're out there, he's randomly dragging a jig around on the side of a ditch while I'm scoping around. And all of a sudden, I think I got one. Gets in the boat. It's like freaking 4.14.
Yeah.
His first fish he'd caught on Lanier in a year.
Right. Did you hear the other night we were talking about Ryan and like he's got to be the most successful angler that don't own a boat?
Oh yeah.
He don't own a boat. He's everywhere. I'm pulling out my Paul Benson list.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
This is what Paul Benson wants me to ask you about.
Okay.
Tell me about the story where your dog shit on Jamie Hartman.
Which one?
Okay, so this is serious stuff. Like, this is what he put. I didn't make this up. Tell the story.
So Hartman's staying in my house for the Leets were here.
Yeah.
Okay? I live pretty close by, and Hartman was staying there. And Hartman's not a dog guy.
Oh, is he not?
No, and knowing that now, I got to worry about somebody that's not a dog guy. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm a dog guy.
I am too.
All right, yeah. And look, I got Dachshunds, and if you've ever had a Dachshund, anybody on here has ever had a Dachshund, you'll say they're freaking hard to train.
Yes, they are. They're just little hellions.
Yeah. And occasionally they'll leave a fucking turd in your house. Excuse my. Oh, sorry.
That's okay. We'll let that slide.
Yeah, they will leave a turd in your house. Okay,
it ain't the first time it's come out on the show.
And then Hartman stepped on it, and you would have thought that his world was coming to an end.
Oh, I bet he's one of those.
Oh my god!
So was he barefooted?
I think he moved out that night.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like he really left your house because he's
Not that night, but I think maybe the next night.
Oh my
So,
Lord!
yeah. So that's the story.
That's that. Let's see. He's famous for falling in the water during the old Skeeter bracket deal.
That was that GON tournament I told you about that I was fishing against Batson and when he used to have the bracket deal.
Yeah.
And the GON, the Skeeter Eliminator.
Uh-huh.
I made the semifinal, and there's a picture in GON of me climbing back in the boat. One of the last casts, I had a bite, and you talked about how to fish offshore in the summer or whatever. That was early summer, but there's some baits around there that you can drag that they get bit, and
right.
I had a bite the last one, and it was a tough day. And turns out even Batson was having a hard day, and he catches them, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he's one of the best on Sinclair or Oconee either way. And he even had a hard day. He actually put a hook in his finger. I fell out of the boat. But
I'd rather fall out of the boat every day of the week.
Here's the deal. Bite, Carolina rig, set the hook. Fish was going the other way. The rod went, flipped out of my hand, went in the water. I went in after it.
You went in after the water?
Went in after. I jumped in. Grabbed the rod, had it up, still had the fish on. Okay. Swimming back to the back deck. I asked Gil was in the boat with me, the editor, shooting the stuff and everything. And he's taking pictures, of course, the whole time I'm in the water. Yeah. Just like he should. And I get the back. I said, "Can you help me with this?" He goes, "Nope." And I'm allowed to help him. I said, "Okay." And fish came off when I was climbing back in the boat. And I'm climbing back in. He's like, "Can I use these photos?" I'm like, "No, absolutely not." And he called me a week before. He said, "Can I use these photos?" I said, "Of course."
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
Part of the story. So, so they had a story of Batson with a hook in his finger. They had a story of me with falling out of the boat.
And all
I
that.
think he beat me by about a pound and made it to the finals and such. But
you didn't know you was going to get asked that question tonight, did you?
No, there's no. Hey, if that's all it is,
no, there's a couple more that I don't know if that's just Paul, but
they're true. They're true. I've known that guy for since he moved to Georgia.
You know what the worst thing about him is? He's an Ohio State fan.
100%.
Ohio State fan.
100%.
That's the one downside to Paul Benson. Ohio State.
That's MPFL. Brad Fuller, Michelle Fuller, Paul Benson.
Fuller's Ohio State fan?
Yep.
Heck with them.
Both is.
I'm done with the MPFL. I'm done with them. You just lost my support. I didn't realize it was that.
Yeah, it's pretty thick up there.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Gosh.
Except, Al didn't tell you where he's from.
Now, he's from St. Louis.
Yeah,
right?
but
he's a Tennessee fan.
He's a UT guy.
Yeah, but at least it's SEC.
He played baseball at UT.
Big Al played baseball there?
Mm-hmm.
He didn't tell me that.
Yeah.
Well, I knew he was a Tennessee fan.
Yeah,
and I can forgive that. Ohio State, I can't. I mean, that's a little much.
We got some Georgia blood up there, though. We got some Georgia blood in the MPFL. We're good.
Well, what are you? What are you?
I'm a Bulldog.
Okay. All right. There you go. That's good. He did say you were the only liberal friend he had that he could put up with. I'm just telling you that did come out. That's exactly what Paul said. He goes, he's the only. Well, there was a thing about a golf ball and a water hose. That was his first one. Now, I'm not reading that out.
I would call him socially liberal.
Socially liberal. That works for me. I don't care. Yeah. I don't care. Major patterns. I do got to talk some fishing on this show because it is a fishing podcast. So let me ask you a serious question. Going in from now, pretty much beginning of August, over the next month and a half into September, what kind of patterns can the guys be looking forward to? Because, I mean, we're going to end up talking fall transition. Are
we talking here?
Yeah, let's talk
like here. North Georgia.
Let's talk North Georgia, and you can talk wherever you want. But I mean, just how's it going to change here?
It's a continuation of the same summer patterns. Mm-hmm. Generally, just rolling out deeper.
Pretty much nothing's going to change in your mind.
Depends on where you go. I think at Chateau, Allatoona, places like that, I don't think a whole lot changes. Mm-hmm. I think you're still, same brush piles, top water still a deal. Still schools set up certain places. I think Lanier.
What's up, 706?
I think Lanier things get deeper over time. I mean, for the most part, you go from purely brush pile, top water points to more deep humps, deep timber, open water type stuff for this time of year is kind of how I look at it.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Now let me ask you this: if I'm going to the coast tomorrow, going down to the Georgia coast, because you're a saltwater guy, what's in play right now?
Georgia coast.
We don't ever talk saltwater fishing, so I might as well throw a question out there about it.
Look, I've spent some time in the Keys the past month, and even in the Gulf. But listen, I mean, it's summertime. It's going to be the same. It's tougher, right?
Yep.
But there's some redfish cruising the coast, cruising the banks. But it is tougher. We caught. The good thing was blue crabs were in season down there. In the Gulf.
Crabs.
Dude, you throw you a chicken drum out there on a string and just drag it back and scoop them with a net. I caught like 18 and we had a good boil that night, and even if you're just sitting on the beach, sitting there drinking a beer, just throw you a chicken leg out there and drag it back.
Throw you a chicken leg out there.
That's it.
I didn't have that one on my bingo card either for tonight.
Yeah.
What you fishing with? Chicken leg.
Chicken leg.
What you fishing for? Crabs.
Yep.
Makes sense.
We caught some swordfish down in the Keys 2 weeks ago. Mahi, stuff like that.
That's awesome. You do eat fish, right?
Love them. And then we're down there for the mini lobster season too, and that was a blast. So,
mini lobster.
We
call them crawdads here.
They open they open the season for 2 days for lobsters.
Yeah.
Before they open the commercial season, and they call it mini lobster. It's only 2 days during the week.
I got you.
And you can catch your limits those 2 days, and we had a blast. So
you snorkel around and do it.
I can't hold my breath like I used to.
Neither can I. I tried to do it in Puerto Rico today. I'm current had my fat butt going down. I couldn't stand one.
We caught them at night bully netting.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yep.
All right. That works.
Yep.
You ever fish Carter's?
I have a couple times.
Okay. So Brad Silvers is our local Carter's guy, and bless his heart, he asks every show.
What's up at Carter's?
He wants any juice he can get at Carter's.
Can't say I've been there anytime recently.
When you did fish Carter's, have you ever fished it this time of year?
No, but I think this time of year, Carter's, you're probably looking deep ends of points, 30 to 60 feet.
I think it's alewives.
Yeah, I mean, and you got to,
right?
it is. It is.
Alewives. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely different. I think the biggest thing there, I would look for areas that have bait and then just start hunting around more than anything. If you find an area that's got bait, you're going to run into some fish.
Drop shots still there because they don't need
bait. Yeah, there's. I mean, it's just
the big ones don't need it on the there anymore. But
you know what's funny is that Carter's the striper guys. We've had them on before, and they say Carter's has too much bait. It makes even striper fishing tough. Yeah. Much less the
alewives pile. They go deeper, so they kind of persist longer.
Mm-hmm.
The way the bluebacks work, where they're up swimming so much of the day, they're on display for things to look up and eat them.
Yeah,
alewives, they're down there. They're
right.
There are times they come up, but they're much more of a deep water, much more of a
I got you. Greg Holcomb, what is Matt's favorite OG size and color?
Well, I can't really say anything other than the 20 gram because I don't think anybody can get any other than the 20 gram. I mean, that's truly the best combination for bass fishing. 30 and 40 grams, while they can be great when the right conditions, I think for spotted bass fishing, you're running into a problem where it's just such a big bait, only so much hook coverage, only so big a mouth on a spot.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the first OG that ever caught a spotted bass was a 60 gram.
Yeah.
I think it was a black 60 gram. He had been out. He had tried it out in Australia. Ryan came back here, was throwing it over brush piles here, and immediately was catching like 4+ on a black colored 60. So, I mean, that's 3 times the size of the OG we're using.
Yeah.
And I mean, it showed him, hey, we should pursue this as a thing. But for me, color wise, I'm usually using River Gray is my preferred, especially the one with the foil tape. I forget what we call them, the newest edition that came out this year versus the matte sort of River Gray. That, and then on a cloudy day, I'm blanking on the color name. The chartreuse colored one on a
clear one with the chartreuse.
Yeah. But on a cloudy day.
I tried to throw it in the Gulf the other day too. The black one was getting looked at because
the black. I mean, if you think about
it would look like a mullet.
The concept of a black bait is silhouette. And so much of what fish are doing when they're going up to eat something is going for a silhouette. So what does black do? Provides a perfect silhouette.
Yeah.
I think it would work fine out here. It's just the concept of selling that to people.
Yeah, it is something different because I know some guys that throw that black one, and they're like, by far, they like it the best of all of them. But you take the average guy and say, hey, throw that black one or black bait like that, even with a frog or something like that.
It kind of goes back to when they were developing crawfish baits, and scientific studies had always shown that the best crawfish bait was a crawfish with no claws. Well, like scientifically, it's been proven that if you put a crawfish with 2 claws, a crawfish with 1 claw, or a crawfish with no claws in front of a bass, they will eat the one with no claws most consistently because they know the defense mechanism of the crawfish is already gone and it's an easy bite. The problem is, how do you sell a crawfish profile bait without what makes it look like a crawfish?
Turd.
That's what led.
Yeah.
That's literally where we went with the Ned rig. And that's why 10 years ago, a Ned rig barely existed, but there were Senkos and everything. Well, for years, they fought that whole problem of, hey, how do we promote a crawfish bait with no claws when we know they eat it best? Eventually, one day, Z-Man essentially said, look at this thing. It looks like a turd.
Yeah.
Which is essentially a crawfish with no claws.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And now it's one of the most popular baits that exists in bass fishing.
Yeah, I know. Farmer talked about it a few times and others on the show, like even as a jig trailer, putting just not necessarily a turd.
The guy who won the Toyota Championship last year at Table Rock.
Right.
Won it using basically a finesse jig with a Ned style trailer.
You do that, Tony? You were Kevin back there? Do y'all do that? No. I mean, it is. If you think, because I always say, everybody's heard me say it 100 times, there's 2 types of baits: the few that catch fish, the rest catch anglers. You put a crawfish with crawfish style trailer or something with 2, with 1, or with none. 99.9% of the time they're going to buy that one with 2, no matter what. Even if you tell them, hey, right now they're not, like that. What you said might be 100% true, but to a person, an angler buying it, logically they're like, well, I'm just getting half a bait over here. You know what I'm saying? And they won't do that.
And if you impart it to how we look at anything similar to that, who the hell's going to go buy their lobster for dinner that has no claws?
Absolutely.
Man,
I mean,
see Tim McGuire's comment? Pull Tim up again. That's why I put a TRD on as a jig trailer.
Yeah. You get it?
That's bike club stuff. Sorry, Tim.
If you were throwing a pincher bait and they bit the pincher off and you caught 3 on it already, would you change the trailer?
Good question.
Probably. Yeah. I mean, sometimes it's mindset. Sometimes you're just getting annoyed. You don't even think about it.
Sometimes I don't.
Yeah. So, there's sometimes you're just getting annoyed. You don't even think about it. And other times, it's the obvious change.
Steve Billington, pull him up. Your question about the lobster. Yeah, but we ain't boxing them at Red Lobster Tree.
It's true.
100%. You know, I always count on Steve for something good in the comment section.
Your far dog guy up there, he's commented a lot tonight. He must be from Oklahoma. So, yeah.
Oh, pull up. Okay.
With Lance Crawford.
He is from Oklahoma.
Yeah.
I need the guest.
Lance is a great guy. Great guy. One of our great anglers. So, yeah.
Damn.
Okay.
Get my one more.
Sean's
driving me home.
So you want a double? Or just one?
I'll just one.
Okay. I thought you said you wanted. You good? Well, he's driving.
Yeah, he's good.
I'm being good tonight, boys. Anyway,
this is Dad's first overnight trip in 2 months. So
it's whose?
He's
Dad, new dad.
Oh,
I'm staying
really?
with Shaun tonight. Yeah.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Boys,
we're gonna have a sleepover. Yeah.
Y'all having a sleepover?
25 minutes down the road.
No Brokeback Mountain, baby.
So.
No Brokeback Mountain.
It beats 2 hours and 20 minutes or whatever it is for me.
Yeah, I know.
There's plenty of bedrooms in that house.
So if I need a place to hide from my wife, I can call you up.
Let me know.
Look, well, I have a couch downstairs, but it's a little dusty.
Yeah.
Right there. Plus, this place is haunted. We've talked. Let's see. I've caught quite a few fish on a Yatanugi.
Yeah,
say that again.
I think he misspelled it, but it's the Yatanugi. I think is
what is that?
It's essentially it's not a turd. It's thick, then it thins up, and then it gets thicker again. It's basically
like a young one,
kind of like the the Daiwa fat, except even smaller and even thicker. I mean, they're heavy.
Okay, what's the one that looked like the doo-doo?
I mean the turd. The TRD is Z-Man.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about the actual. That's the scat. That's depths, and they literally call it scat.
You got him on camera when he said, "What's the one that like a dude?" You got that? Okay, I just want to make sure.
No, the Yatanugi's a cool bait because you can fish it weightless, even though it's essentially that style. It's basically it's this little. I've pulled one out with my buddy before. I've been like, "Hey, you want to throw this?" And you jiggle it in front of him. It's got this little end that's just like. It's the least appealing looking thing ever, but it's actually kind of a perfect profile for that sort of situation.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we've been talking offshore stuff a lot, though.
Mm-hmm.
You ever actually hit the bank?
Oh, all the time.
Okay. Let's give me some of your best techniques going forward right now for.
I mean, I love throwing a frog if I'm anywhere that's not.
You ever throw it on
Clearwater, North Georgia?
A lot of guys throw frogs.
I've thrown horny toad on Lanier. I've never done like true frog fishing, but I have cover water with a horny toad at Lanier for sure.
What was your favorite color horny toad?
For Lanier or just in general?
Just Lanier.
I mean, I'm a black or a white guy for the most part when it comes to horny toad.
Yeah.
So I think black's probably my like go-to, but white has its time too. I mean,
like Ryan likes white. That's all he would ever do. The burr wiggle is how I caught my ex at the bar. Steve, you're gonna get me in trouble. Joshua, Joshua go right there. You wouldn't catch me dead on a jig with a TRD on back, but it's really popular. It actually is really more popular than you think. But
it's definitely more of a finesse jig thing. You're not going to see it on many half ounce.
I think sometimes it adds some weight to it, right? Makes it sink a little quicker.
Well, you have less buoyancy from the claws, so it'll sink faster.
For top water, all you need is black and white, and that is true. Like I would rather throw a black buzzbait on Lanier than a white one.
The only argument I'd say is black, white, or clear.
Now, clear, yes, because especially when they get the small bait that we're talking about coming up on Latham, I'll tell our guys throw a clear junior spook or something, and you'd be surprised that'll get it.
I mean, I'll give up something right now.
Give up some. Here's the juice for the night.
If you've ever seen a straight shank feathered hook, so not treble feather, but the straight shank feathered hook, put that about 1.5 feet in front of a walking bait in the fall. Just it by itself. I've caught the biggest fish I've caught in a BFL regional that way.
Really? Now, who was it? Was it Bill Payne talked about putting it? You tried it. So
I mean, it's no different than a front runner, but it's less less impact on anything.
It's more finesse.
I mean, it's more finesse. It's true.
More finesse.
What was it that Payne had us doing?
It was the feather treble up from a jigging spoon.
Yeah, on a jigging spoon in the wintertime, he puts it like when he's in the ditches and stuff.
Yeah.
He would put a feathered treble up.
That makes
you're
sense.
talking
Does
about.
he let it slide? Did he let it slide?
No. It was fixed.
No?
It was
Okay.
fixed.
Gotcha.
But you
I'm
tried
talking-
that,
I
didn't you?
took it to Lanier for my second time ever on Lanier, and within just a few minutes we were catching fish on it. Yeah.
Yeah, they'll hit
I
that.
broke a
They'll hit
couple
that.
on it, yeah.
But now this is a little bit different in that you're going just a straight shank hook,
Just it's got to be. I mean, feathered, but yeah,
feathered, but a straight shank. So
I like that.
I do. What would be the difference in that in the treble hook? Feathered treble doing what you're doing.
Well, feathered treble, I wouldn't want it on my line. Like I'm essentially saying, what I do is
let's get specific.
you go whether you want to throw a braid or mono. What you can do is you go braid to the straight shank feathered hook, then do a mono leader from the hook to
just
your
like a
top
fly
water
guy
bait.
would if they're coming off the back of
Yep.
their popper.
The
or dropper.
only downside of it is you have to use a faster top water. You have to be burning a spook. You have to be doing you have to be throwing a small plopper because the weight of the hook is just going to sink. So it will throw off action if you're trying to do something that's a little too slow. But for something like even just a chug bug or something,
right?
You're not really affecting a chug bug much, even if you're letting, because I mean, all that's happening is the mono and the little hook sinking a little bit, but when you chug, you almost want it to go under.
You ever tied that fly off the back of it?
I mean, that's another thing too.
But,
But,
okay, so I mean, he gave it up.
Yeah,
You tell
I've
us
done
about that then. That way,
I don't like it as much because
I don't either, but and it's a weird bite, right? Because your spook just goes bloop.
Yeah,
it goes backwards, right? Because it's
would
like a
make
cork
sense.
at that
Would
point,
make
you know.
sense, yeah.
But you talk about the floating fly. That's what made me think about that when I was doing it at one time. And they look when they get keyed in on really small baits. Sometimes that's what they'll eat. instead of eating the spook. They'll do that. And I've done that before with a little 3-foot leader off the back of it.
I wonder if Mark's watching tonight because he's a floating fly guy and he just heard somebody else beside him say floating fly.
I've never done the floating fly. Like I said, that's what, that made me think about when they're keying on that little bait in the winter.
When it gets a little bit cooler, closer to the winter, we're going to bring a guy on here who is, from what everybody says, like the king of the floating fly.
Mark?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know Mark?
I know him.
Yeah.
I've met him once or twice. Yeah. Ryan loves him.
Yeah, he's goofy.
Mm-hmm.
Goofy guy. But, I'm just kidding, Mark. I really like you. Zara Spook Jr. is my go-to for most situations for bank fishing. One of my favorite topwater plugs is the Evergreen SB77.
It's a good one.
So take cast out of the equation. Say cast doesn't exist and you were throwing topwater. What would it be? What would you be throwing?
Shower blow.
A shower blow?
A skimmer.
Mm-hmm.
Spook style bait. I'm not huge.
Just don't tell me whopper plopper.
I don't know. Not offshore. I don't really ever throw it offshore. Okay. I'll fish it whopper plopper shallow. But
I'll give it to you shallow.
Yeah. And then I think my favorite like walking style bait probably is a vixen.
Yeah.
It's the right, everything about it's pretty much right. Especially you want that slightly bigger kind of profile and everything.
Yeah.
But chug bug, of course.
Oh, yeah.
It's now if I am not doing non-blueback style fishing, I think a Rico might be my favorite.
Rico? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What about you?
Dude, that's some good answers right there.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, I've got spooks that I've had for 25 years that don't have any paint left on them, that I'll still throw.
Yeah. What's your favorite color spook?
I don't think it's color.
Okay.
Because look, these things got the paint eat off of them, and now they're bone, right? And they still get eat like they did
when they
were chrome. So I'm a big believer in when a bait gets bit, and I don't care if it's a crankbait or anything, that it gets bit for a reason. And I've still got crankbaits that only get thrown on tournament days. I've got, and everything. So, I think you just walk through those favorite things and who knows? I've sat side by side with a guy that was throwing the same bait, like, back in the tournament days. Hey man, I'm catching them here. Here's the waypoint, blah, blah, blah. I go out there, I don't get a bite.
Right.
And I went back to his house. I said, bro, they're not there. He goes, let's go put the boat back in. Went back out there. He said, where'd you go? It's right here. He said, that's right, cast. Nothing. He throws out there. You can't catch somebody else's fish sometimes.
I'm glad somebody else said that.
100% you can.
Tony, how many times have we talked about that here last week?
It seems like a dozen or more.
A dozen
You can't
times.
do it.
Okay, now let me ask you both this. I'll let you start off with this one, and then we'll go to Matt. How much do scents play when you're fishing, when you're bass fishing?
Helps sometimes.
Yeah.
I'll say that.
When do you use them? When do you not use them?
I like them on herring lakes, and I like them with swim baits.
Okay.
If you're smallmouth fishing, you better be using them.
Why is that?
I don't know.
Just works.
It works. And there's no doubt that, and no sponsor, nothing. No, I don't have any sponsors. You ain't throwing a power bait, Berkeley power, max scent, anything like that on the smallmouth fishery, you're a fool. 100%.
You think it's because they smell it, or because when they hit it, they hold on to it longer, or
both? I think a little bit of both. And with on the herring lakes, some of the stuff on the swim bait stuff there.
Yeah.
I truly think when they're following, they can smell it. It leaves something, and there's a little bit more reaction for it.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. What about you?
So
I wouldn't disagree. I'm more of a drag style. Like I'll use scent with drag style baits, jig, worm, things like that. I can see like what he's saying with the paddle tail style approach. Making a fish get on a scent trail and then making them, hold on to it longer is definitely helpful. But there's something about it when it comes to smallmouth for sure.
That's
it's
weird.
Just kind of for the longest time before max scent was a thing, it was like kind of a closely guarded secret that guys were using essentially the Berkeley gulp stuff,
Right.
saltwater scenting while smallmouth fishing.
Okay.
They'd dump all the shrimp baits out and throw whatever they're throwing, whatever bait they wanted, and fill up one of those gulp buckets with it.
Well, that's what Yamamoto smells like.
Yeah, kind of.
No, excuse me.
Not
Kitech.
Yamamoto.
Kitech.
Yeah, Kitech has
Kitech.
that squid. Yeah,
Listen, when they send a package of Kitechs here,
you can't. Yeah,
you're
the
talking
box.
about a bad Saturday night. I mean, that's exactly back from the 80s. This brings me back to the 80s. It stinks.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's awful. But here's the thing: we talk about this all the time. I get it on the dragon stuff.
Mhm.
I get it slow stuff. I cannot get it in my mind on fast stuff that I think is a reaction bite. Now maybe, and guys put on crankbaits. They put on everything.
Yeah.
Now maybe once
Like
they
Dylan.
hit it, they hold on to it.
Dylan talking about thump gel on Tuesday night.
Yeah,
how
okay,
he
you
puts
saw
it on
that.
everything.
He puts it on everything. Now, but it was interesting with him because he was talking about he's masking his scent.
Yep.
So Danny,
Yeah.
I've got a book, and it's probably back from the 80s or whatever. I bought a lot of old fishing books, and Berkeley back in the day actually used to do a lot of studies on scents and how they react. And when Dylan said that the other night, it was one of their studies was to cover and mask, scents that they found the bass would hit, like coffee or tobacco products or anything like that on your hands. Gas, they tested gasoline, stuff like that. So there's a lot that goes into that masking.
You still got that book?
I do. It's at the house somewhere.
Okay, find that book. Let's see. What does he think about Judy fish?
Oh, we saw that one. We
The-
saw that at ICAST.
The Judy fish. What was the Judy fish? Oh, is that the new Spro one?
Yes, it.
Oh no, listen. Okay, I didn't realize it was Judy fish.
Yep.
Have you seen it with the little tentacles coming off the back?
No.
I haven't fished it, but I'm gonna tell you, bad to the bone looking. If you're just looking at it. So it's a straight tail minnow.
Try and look it up.
Straight tail minnow, but right past the belly on the back, it has these little appendages. Is that what you call them?
Yeah.
Like little dice appendages or what?
I
Like
got a
little
picture
dice?
of it, but I don't
Yeah.
have it on my phone.
Yeah, it's kind of, but they come straight up. Like that's what they look like coming off the belly. So I mean, you got the belly of the thing. Yeah.
I got a preview, and then I try to open it. Page cannot be found.
Oh yeah.
So it's that sneaky.
So here's the thing: is that they're not coming out. Spro is not going to have them available till the first of the year.
Correct.
Yeah. See how it looks? You see it?
Gotcha.
So it's basically playing off that.
Is that soft bait?
Yeah, it's soft bait.
Essentially what you're attempting to do is you're attempting to gain the appearance of a lot of action on the bait without having to do a lot with the bait. Part of the concept of the dice bait is not that it looks like anything specifically, but that it essentially can look like a small ball of bait. So like the bigger dice bait, in their mind, they're saying, hey, that's a bass swimming up to a school of 20 tiny shad and just saying gulp.
You know what? I haven't heard anybody say that yet.
Yeah, that's one of the concepts behind the dice bait. Especially, that's the Japan concept actually behind it.
Really?
Mm-hmm. That's why if you look at the dice baits, so many of the colors aren't your typical worm colors.
No, they're not.
They're like weird, natural looking. Like they're almost like, because essentially you're giving the illusion of something more than you're actually trying to imitate something.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. Yeah. T. McGuire, Tim was there. Tony, and Tim went to the Spro booth and was looking at it, and it looks legit. I mean, wouldn't you say, Tony?
Oh yeah.
It looks legit. If you're a minnow guy, but you know what? It kind of the same thing because Farmer, he told me about drop shotting, but instead of using a drop shot worm, use a bass streamer, like fly fishing. Use a streamer because it just sits there and does those feathers.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of the same kind of concept.
I had a co-angler earlier this year doing something. This is just earlier this year. I had a co-angler, not using that exact thing, but funny enough, you mentioned the drop shot situation. He was throwing a shaky head. He had like a 1/2 ounce shaky head or like a 3/4 ounce shaky head on the bottom.
Yes.
And a drop shot bait 2 feet above it.
Oh, yeah. He was using that as the bottom.
Shaky drop.
Yeah.
And it's not that it's been around a long time, but this was the first time I've ever seen someone who he showed up and he knew that was what he was throwing the whole day and he wasn't going to consider any other options. And he got bites. I mean, it was a 2-day tournament, and day one, the guy really didn't do much. Or no, it was the second week in a row I'd fished the same lake.
Yeah,
it's Clark's Hill, and the guy the week before really didn't do anything. He got 10 bites throughout the day, just dragging that around
Yeah.
while I was offshore fishing.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think it would be like one time he'd pull one up, be a little one on the shaky head. The next time he'd pull one up, be a little one on the drop shot.
So it's funny that actually Georgia Country Boy Spro is not copying the hideout bait. Spro is bringing over hideout. Hideout baits are now basically a subsidiary of Spro.
That's correct. They're still in the hideout package.
They're still in the hideout packages, but Spro is the one that's responsible for bringing those over.
Gotcha. They're distributing it.
They're distributing it over here because I've got some from Spro, some it's the Swimbaits. Yeah, they're from Hideout. So yeah, so I mean that's so I get what you're thinking. Yeah, but sure, that's the Spro's bringing that, and they're also bringing over like some European trout stuff because I've got some of their stuff to go try out and everything.
I see the copy stuff on there.
You can say whatever you want.
Say you talk about they're distributing it. I got to give a shout out to my boy Matt McBee.
Okay.
Tater Hog.
Yep.
Tater did that, combination with Strike King where they're producing his baits, and what a phenomenal. I've had that one, testing it for a while, and they did the hog. They did the father really well.
Yeah. So they're bringing out the junior.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everything. And it's just, the way and the price point, right?
Yeah.
What a phenomenal thing they've done. And that guy, his baits are works of art. Well,
they are. And
they're
tough
to throw.
I talked to him after ICAST. He's coming on the show.
Is he?
Yeah, I've never met him. So
it's freaking phenomenal.
It'll
be fun. Yeah.
Okay, good. That makes me feel good.
He's awkward. Okay. He's my man.
I saw him agree to sell Shaun a tater hog for much cheaper than he should have at the Classic while they were partying one night a couple years ago.
Oh, so he's one of those I need to hang out with after.
Yeah.
He's a fun guy. He really is. His wife Tracy. Just good people. But happy for him with the Strike King deal.
Good. Absolutely. So, somebody, I don't know who got me his contact, but I got in touch with him. But now pull back up the Georgia Country Boy TV.
Which one?
The one, not the that one. Yeah. So we talked about Zoom tried to copy the Sakamata shad, not the same. That I can agree with him on that. The winged fluke is their version of that. Now, do you fish that Sakamata any?
Yeah.
Have you tried the winged fluke from Zoom?
Yeah. Very different, similar but different.
Similar but different. What's the differences in them?
Sakamata has a ton more salt. The plastic, just the plastic on the Sakamata is so heavy that the salt content makes it such a heavy plastic bait that helps impart the action to it.
Okay.
The Zoom one is super lightly salted, and therefore I think you get almost a more subtle action, but it's similar. And then the Sakamatas are a little more consistent out of the package just from the nature of that plastic versus the Zoom plastic.
Yeah.
But I've used both, and I can kind of use them interchangeably, but I still prefer a Sakamata.
Yeah. I get it.
It's a better made bait.
It's hard to get.
Yeah. Zoom is definitely mass produced, while Depths has something figured out where they can do that stuff.
Yeah. So Georgia Country Boy said he must have got his hands on a few of those
Judy
fish because he said I caught a crap load of fish down Hartwell today with it, so it's legit because I suck at fishing. Listen, it is. And when we were talking to him over there, and we were asking him because the podcast here is we're sponsored by Spro, so we have a group staff and all that, but we were asking them like when are certain baits coming out.
You ever had Neil on here?
Neil? I've never met Neil.
You never met Neil?
I need to. Should I?
No,
I shouldn't have him on.
You won't be able to talk if you get Neil on.
That's okay. It makes my job easier. The more guests talk, less I have to. This show ain't about me. Trust me. But they told us first of the year was when it was actually going to be like available. And they didn't say how many colors. I never asked that question. Did you?
I don't think we talked colors. We were so enamored with what they showed us, we never even got that far.
I know.
Like, when's it coming out?
When's it coming out? Now they also had to. So, do you fish the fuzzy dices or the balls?
I have. I don't use them a lot.
I could have swore today I heard Trey McKinney. Ooh, didn't mean to hit that. I could have swore today there was a guy that pulled up near him and they were having a conversation, and he said the first one he caught might have been on a dice or
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise
like
me.
that smallmouth out there.
Yeah.
But most of them were on a minnow.
Mm-hmm.
But I've never fished one, so I mean, just give me your take on them. And how did you fish it?
It's different than you'd think. The bigger ones, they have so much buoyancy because they're a bigger bait that you put it on a drop shot, think you're just going to toss it out there, and you go to throw your drop shot, and you put it on 3/8 ounce drop shot weight, and it starts sinking, and it's just
Mega
because it's so buoyant. It's just
it is marker buoy.
It's crazy, and the little ones aren't as bad, but
look at TR21 Mac keeping the dice quiet.
And I'm not huge on it. I can see the appeal for it, but like there's been a couple times this year where I've tried to pull it out thinking, oh, here's going to be a secret weapon that works for me in this tournament, and it didn't make a difference. So I don't know if that's just me not having given enough, and enough of a true attempt with it, or I'm just starting to understand something. But they definitely have a use. I haven't quite.
But drop shots the way you were throwing it.
That's what I mostly try. I mean, I think it's truly more of a weightless or a Nico style bait than it really is a drop shot bait.
Mm-hmm.
I think putting on a drop shot for bed fishing would make sense. But I think other than that, it's more weightless or Nico.
All right. And I got to ask you a question. How old are you, Shaun?
I'll be 53 another month.
So you're the same age as I am. Okay. Did ever in your life did you think we'd be looking at baits that look like racket balls with shit coming out of it and all that stuff?
I was going to tell you, I don't own them. They're in my garage, but I've never hooked one.
But you have them.
No, I don't have them. I got availability to them.
Okay.
Yeah, my son's got them.
His son has an incredible tackle collection while being a very infrequent fisherman.
He don't fish, but he's got all the baits in case he does. But I mean, did you ever think seriously?
No.
You cut your teeth in the 80s like I did.
That bait really trips me out.
Yeah,
it does.
I mean,
when they first came out, I asked him because I think Matt might even have called because if Matt needs something, he calls Shaun. Because he knows probably Emerson's got it. Especially if it's hard to get right now. It's probably in the garage.
Yeah.
So, no, I never would have thunk it.
I wouldn't either.
I'm pretty simplistic.
I mean, the fact that one of them costs $15 in that one brand. I have a couple of those.
No, thank you.
Yeah, I know.
I have a couple of them, and now the crazy part is they do have durability. I mean, the one that I have ever rigged up, I caught 4 or 5 on it. Never even came close to losing it or anything.
Yeah.
But in the back of my mind, I was like, something feels wrong about this.
Danny, I'd rather pay $200 for a bottle of bourbon than $15 for a piece of dice.
Yes, sir. I 100% agree with you on that. Country Boy TV says, I have all the dice baits and have made some. I can't catch a cold on one. And then TPTR21, smallmouth, love.
Smallmouth aren't the smartest things in the world.
I feel like I could go up there and hammer on some smallmouth. Just the way everybody goes
up north is a different animal.
Yeah.
I don't.
They're dumb.
Yeah,
they're dumb.
Yeah, they are. They only get fish for
their brain only has to work half the year.
They're froze over half the year.
Right.
They don't get fish for the other half because everybody wants to go catch walleye and perch.
Yeah.
Okay, so nobody fishes for them.
Yeah, it's a different world up there.
It is really. It's a fun time to go fishing.
What's Matt's thought on the bellows gill?
Oh, I think it's a great bait. I haven't put a lot of use into it, but I definitely think it's going to have a lasting place. I think it's a cool little bait.
Legit? You think it's legit?
Yeah.
There's Steve again. Smallmouth will eat a rock if you throw it at him.
Yeah, you paint a rock pink or something and start dangling it on a bed. They're going to at least hit it for you.
Then you can catch them and put them back, and they'll go back to that bed, and you can catch them again.
Yeah, I've seen that. I had some guys that go up there and we pour those little weedless net heads here. And I know they're going up north because he'll call me up. He goes, I'll need 20 pink, 20 orange, 20 chartreuse, and I have to paint the heads. Everywhere down here, I'm doing them green pumpkin, black, and all that. But you definitely can tell like that.
All right, so that's another thing. I'm not a big head color guy.
The older I get, the less I am. I mean,
let it be green, black, silver.
Well, I throw the straight lead owner shaky heads, and I'm
not big on it either.
Yeah. But some guys are.
No, I mean,
some guys are.
I get it.
I don't know. I put a lot of value in the fact that I know a bass's brain is about the size of a penny. So
Yeah, but they kick our butt a lot.
they do. They do.
For that.
They do.
They're dumb, but the elements are the big factors up there. The wind separates the boys from the men up there.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
When you see one of them Johnston brothers get sick, knowing that that's what they fish, when it's that rough and they're getting kind of motion.
Well, that's part of the thing about that is you got to think about it. Those guys are out there fishing for $100,000. They're never out there for fun doing that.
Oh no, who would be?
I mean, that's the difference with up there is you get 5 beautiful days in a row. You're out there all 5 of those days. You get 5 bad days in a row. You go to the little pond down around the corner and go catch another 100 smallmouth.
Welcome to the fun tournament director days.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah,
because you got to make a decision on safety and stuff, right?
And look, and yeah, but I got to think. I don't think I've ever had to cancel a day up north. They all been down here.
Yes, so y'all canceled because of a hurricane?
Oh yeah, we canceled the whole tournament then.
Yeah. So
but like Murray one day.
Where was it in Tennessee where the river was rising or something?
Well, they had St. John's. They had to move.
That was Kentucky Lake. The river. The freaking. That was my first tournament as a tournament director.
That was your first tournament as a tournament.
Is that the one where we were? Is that the one where we were practicing for the Skeeter?
One day shootout.
Yeah, it was that one day shootout.
We were practicing for a tournament together, and you were getting called about it nonstop because guys were worried about not. Was that what I'm thinking of?
No, this was way before that. Yeah, that was my first tournament.
Are you serious?
Director.
That's funny.
For MPFL.
For the MPFL. Because you had to cancel the first 2 days or something. It was one day.
Yeah.
And there was I remember there was some chirping and all that going on and everything. That was your very first one. Talk about just getting thrown to the fire right there quick.
That was a good one.
That's funny. After that, though, you got to go. It's all downhill from here, babe.
You would think, but no.
You would think.
No.
I remember that. I remember that now.
Yeah. It snowed those days. It sleeted. I ran down the lake that morning, and we'd put everybody in.
Yeah.
But from the time we started putting people in,
it was Cumberland.
Yeah. Until I came back to the ramp after I had ran down, because there's some S-bends down there where everything would log jam up, and I just wanted to see what it was like. And from the time we started putting people in, the time we got back, it had actually come up 3 feet. 3 feet.
That's TPTR21. I remember sitting in the rain at takeoff for like 3 hours. All right, so he fishes.
Yeah,
who are we talking to there?
Sorry.
Because you got to be somebody that fishes the MPFL.
Yeah.
So who are you, TPTR21?
Whose initials are TP and they use a Triton TR21?
Damn, that's really good. We need you to go like what are them things they stick in the room and you got to figure out your things to get out? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, that was a fun one.
Like your wife always wants to take you to that. With escape room. Yeah,
right.
We'll take you with that.
Yeah.
It's Trent. Good grief.
Oh, it is Trent Palmer.
You know what? We don't want because Trent's got like 5 different.
Yeah.
You never know.
Trent. Good Lord. Let's see. Has anyone thrown the new police crankbait? Anybody know that? Police crankbait. I never heard of it. Definitely don't have it here at the store. I can tell you that right there. That's funny as all get go, though. That was your first ever tournament. You had to make that decision on stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable. But
none of them are easy, especially with weather and safety.
I understand.
Sneaky count
number 5. He's got them. He's got like 2 or 3 just for Clint. What's that, like women over 40 from the mountains or something like that? And I mean, he's got a bunch of them like that.
Don't get Clint too excited with names like that.
Huh?
I said, don't get Clint too excited.
Clint's my buddy, dude. I mean, he's at that age and he's single. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
He's at that age, he's single. Dives 42 feet.
You gotta throw that thing.
I was gonna say you got to make a bomb ass cast to get a daggum crankbait 42 feet down and all that.
That'd be interesting.
Good grief! I didn't even know we were over 2 hours. Why didn't y'all tell me?
It was a good conversation.
I started talking. Well, listen, we normally go 2 hours, so I know
we got on a roll for the last few minutes.
Well, I tell you what. Listen, I appreciate number one. It's a pleasure meeting you.
Pleasure meeting you.
Absolutely. Yeah. I don't envy your job.
No, I'm just.
You do a good.
I hide behind the scenes, man.
Yeah,
that's what I try to do.
But that's a tough job, man. I don't envy you at all, but you do a good job at it.
It's the hardest job I got.
Yeah, I bet
My regular job's a lot easier than that one. So.
I bet it is. And Matt, as always, it's always a pleasure when you come up. Still the prettiest hair in the business.
I do what I
What
can.
product do you have on today?
The Pantene Pro V shampoo and conditioner that was in Shaun's bathroom.
Good stuff.
It worked.
You look radiant.
It worked.
look
It
radiant.
was looking a little rougher before I took a shower. A day on the water on long hair is not ideal.
I know. But you have some pictures with it down, some pictures you got it up back
Yeah,
and all that.
got to rock the man bun to not have to tear it all out from tangles by the end of the day.
Okay.
No facial hair though.
No, I
facial hair
couldn't grow a
whatsoever.
beard if I
Like,
tried.
I can't do none of that stuff. I mean, I'm
No.
losing all.
Mine turned gray. It didn't turn loose.
That's exactly. Well, hey, listen, that's all right. Tony, appreciate you, dude, doing a fantastic job. Good night. Kevin, thank you for that wonderful
Danny.
question. I honestly didn't think that answer it that fast.
Well, I knew they'd get the first part, but I
Yeah.
knew they'd get the second, third
I think-
quick.
That kind of shocked me. So you guys, hey, appreciate you joining us tonight. It was a good conversation. You know how I know it was a good conversation? Because there wasn't a ton of questions. People were listening.
Yeah.
People were listening. That's always the best ones like that. So I enjoyed the conversation. And like I said, it was a pleasure meeting you. Appreciate you coming up
You as
here.
well. Thank you.
And take care of him because I want him back on and all that. Make sure you don't get any
Be
trouble
good.
tonight and all that. Guys, tomorrow, lunchtime, 12 o'clock, join for the lunch break. And then we're just going to talk about what fishing we're going to be doing this weekend. And remember, I'm going to tell you guys, we got a little contest going. You fish this weekend. You got to watch the lunch break tomorrow because I'm going to give out a number. And on the Monday morning brag board, you'll have that number. I'm going to change it. I said the number today, but I'm going to change it and make sure people have to watch. So you got to get that number. And then on Monday morning's brag board, when you put your picture there, you have to put that number in the in your comment section, and we're going to pick out the lunch break fish of the weekend, something like that. Sound good?
Yeah, not winning anything.
You ain't winning crap.
Bragging rights.
Listen, just bragging rights. All for bragging rights. So you guys be good. We'll see you tomorrow. If not, we'll see you next week. And if you're fishing this weekend, be safe out there most of all, and watch out for all the other people out there. So we love you, and we'll see you later.